Nice.
Okay, guys, welcome back. We're doing a little old school Project C. We have not done Hearthstone content on the main channel for years now. A little bit of trivia in case you didn't know. This is where I started playing Hearthstone until we branched out to a secondary channel. This Card Game Emporium. Well, it actually used to be Hearthstone Emporium when we first started, but anyways, it's been renamed because I don't only play Hearthstone anymore. But we have a guest star named Rev. He usually joins me on my card game streams on Twitch and main YouTube. I mean, Project C, the sub channel. But anyways, Rev, go ahead and say hi.
Hey y'all, how's it going?
Cool. So he
Ready
is
for some Hearthstone?
Oh yeah, and we're gonna talk a lot about
A lot of new news.
and we'll see what we think. Hey, Save Monkey, how are you? Nice for coming by, and we'll start doing some games. Well, let's check out the new card everyone has, and we get it for free, by the way, guys. All you have to do is log in between now and June 25th, something like that, right? Well, it's Calanese.
Yep. Yeah, it was as of yesterday. It's just free to everyone.
And he's the 6-drop. There he is. Oh, it's... God, I went Cal, like Kalozoth. It's Cal, so C-A-E-L.
Yeah, it's K-A-E-L. Yep.
And so what do you think about... Oh, this Reverend guy is handsome. Well, it must be. I wonder who that is.
Yeah, I wonder who typed that.
So what do you think about this card, Rev? So let's go over the stats and we'll both give our opinions. I'll let you go first. It's 6 mana. Legendary, obviously. Everyone gets it free of 4/7. So stat line's not bad. Every third spell you cast this each turn costs 0. Interesting mechanic. I'll let you go first, Rev, to see what you think of them.
Yeah, it's interesting effect. Been trying to think about like how you can kind of break that, right? And kind of best I was coming up with is it seems kind of nice in Mage. Like you've got all these like cheap burn spells, you know, just like Kael'thas, like Frostbolt,
Yep.
Pyroblast, and you just set up a couple turn kill, you know.
Yep.
You gotta, at that point though, you ask yourself like, why aren't I just playing Alexstrasza? But I mean, you might have additional synergy with Kael'thas in the deck besides just that.
That's true. In 1 second, Rev, I'm going to catch up on... Hey, Mighty Mean, how are you? Also, you thought it was that notification. I thought it was Might Magic. No, this is old school Hearthstone. Ashes of Outland's the new expansion. We're just discussing what we think of the free Sun Strider here, who we get for free. And I was going to ask you, Rev, what about Shaman? I think Shaman could potentially use this.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too because I mean, you've got your cheap overload spells to, you know, be your first and second spell, and then your third spell can be Eye of the Storm.
Yeah, you see,
I believe you would still pay the overload on.
Oh yeah,
on the
you
back
would.
end, but you would. I mean, it's still you're cheating 10 mana.
What about Druid
It's still
potentially
plenty
with
good.
in Wild with Ultimate Ultimate being?
Yeah.
Think about that.
I was thinking about that and Overflow too, because like if you're playing Kael'thas and 3 spells, then you're dumping four cards out of your hand total. So then both Overflow and Ultimate top your hand back off.
Dude, I
Get you through your deck pretty fast potentially.
Exactly. I think this. Do you think this card's going to see play? I think it's definitely going to have niche, and I think it's going to be more accepted in Wild since the card pool's a lot larger there than Standard. But we don't know. I'm pretty sure. I'm guaranteed that there's going to be some kind of aggressive, maybe not even an aggressive mage, maybe a more controlly mid-range version of the mage. I could definitely see aggressive mages using this for top-heavy spells that they normally wouldn't use. The only problem is aggressive decks don't like high-cost cards, right?
Yeah, I'm getting some Archmage Vargoth like vibes from it, right? Where it just like it seems like it's gonna have to be, it's gonna make it somewhere.
Oh,
and like Vargoth has made it in, you know, Druid, Mage, Priest even with like the Resurrect effects and stuff.
And Mr. T, I didn't know that was you. No, it's up to you. Save Monkey Ball is kind of cool, but we know you by T, so it was either one's. We don't mind if you keep your name that way. All right. So yeah, sorry, Rev. We keep an eye on chat to respond to people. So this card I definitely think is going to see some play. I don't know about on a competitive level, but it might. It's hard to say because we don't know any of the other cards.
Yeah. Anything that cheats mana, you got to keep an eye out on that.
Oh yeah, because it could be OP. Now, thinking of that, unfortunately, there's no other cards for us to see. But let me bring up.
We could, if people want to, we could give our thoughts on all the new cards revealed.
Oh yeah. Hold on, let me bring up
that aren't in the game, but we can talk about them.
Here, let me go to Hearth. Hearthstone's the one you like, right?
Yeah. Hearthstone's got a nice layout.
Alright, so let's look at the cards. Ooh, Priest just got a reveal. Dragon Maul Overseer, 3 mana, 2/2. At the end of your turn, give a friendly man. A friendly million +2/+2. It's very similar to. Hold on, I have it in.
It's Shadow Ascendant.
Shadow Ascendant. So let's show everyone that real quick. Where is it? Oh, here it is. I have it in my mech. This is a very aggressive card for Priest, and it's basically same stats as the Dragon Maul, which kind of sucks. You'd think if it was 3 mana, they would at least make it a 2/3. I don't know why they're keeping it 2 mana, 2/2. So I don't like the stats on that. And here, hold on. Let's do this. I can actually move. Let's do. I don't normally like doing this, but we could put. Let's look at the cards. So yeah, it's on stream.
What order? What page are you starting from? Are you just going from the expansion page and working your way?
Oh no! I'm just looking at the main headline. So let's go to the expansion page, and then let's go out the card list and let's take a look. That way. Let me turn off the tracker too because we don't need that right now.
Yeah, let's be on the same page. Otherwise, we're gonna be bouncing around because we don't know the card names yet.
Exactly, and I think this is a cool idea just to do it this way. Okay, so let's start off. From the top, Demon Hunter, or do you want to go by certain class?
Sure. Demon Hunter's the new kid on the block.
Let's talk about the Demon Hunter. So
what's worth noting is that these are the Demon Hunter expansion cards, right? These aren't like the cards we're gonna start with.
That's correct. This is only
my understanding. Yeah, my understanding is we're getting Demon Hunter. We're getting like a prologue a little bit, like a week or two early. Where we're going to be able to earn kind of like the classic cards, if you will, or the basic cards.
Oh, here, let me move this back.
And then these are the cards that will be part of the expansion, but the kind of basic prologue cards will be free.
Perfect.
So maybe we want to talk about those and then talk about the expansion cards.
Perfect. I just had to pop out the chat on the side. I didn't want people to see the internal YouTube stuff in case you get something they're not supposed to see. So let's do this. Okay, Demon Hunter, let's talk about the cards. Metamorphosis here, which is 5...
Yeah, so I was just thinking, do we want to start with kind of the basic cards?
Yeah, sure. For the Demon Hunter?
Yeah, I'll link it to you, and then we'll have everything we need, I think.
Oh, there's basic cards. Oh, they're just showing the class cards here.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Those are the cards that'll be part of the expansion, but there's the prologue beforehand. We'll get the basic cards.
Here, let me go here.
So if you go to that link and scroll down a little bit, you'll see their basic set.
Let me see.
Which we know most of so far.
Here we go. Here's Demon Hunters. Okay. Let's watch, in case people haven't seen anything, let's watch the intro.
There's a darkness in the garden of the heroes that you know, casting shadows even blacker than the night.
Yeah, this reveal trailer is pretty cool.
It is.
Who still envisions what could be, though long ago he sacrificed his sight. There's a villain who's been hated, and a savior who's been shunned, who's tasted of a love that cannot be. They're all one and the same, and the worlds all fear my name. The hero that you never thought you'd see.
Very cool. That's one thing I gotta say is Blizzard does an excellent job of their intros and all that kind of jazz. So let's look at this Demon Hunter is Hearthstone's 10th class, which is really cool. Finally, we get a new demon. New hero. They're not new hero for the game. They're not hunters equipped with bow and arrows. They're they're not the masters of the beast, nor are they demons. These foul spawns usually allied with the burning leaves. Okay, so basically, their demon hunters are kind of, what do they do? It's lore. They take fell so they could sense demons and stuff. They're technically good guys.
I hardly played any WoW back in the day, and it's been forever since I played Warcraft 3. But my understanding is that demon hunters, I'm not exactly sure on why they want to kill demons, but they basically they summon fell magic and demons like to do their bidding, to like a fire against fire kind of thing.
Yeah, they're kind of like the Witchers. Have you ever played they're kind of the Witchers, or if you play Dragon Age, the Grey Wardens, where they would use the nasty magic of their enemies to be able to fight them. So they're technically not they're anti-heroes. They're not good guys per se, but they're not the bad guys either. So let's go over it because they're
doing the wrong things for the right reasons, I guess,
or misunderstood heroes, right? Demon Hunter will be free, of course. It releases April 2nd, so not that far away, guys. They get 30 cards and a standard deck for free after completing intro. Well, that's going to be interesting to see that you can play directly. That's kind of nice. 1 mana, hero power, add +1 attacker regardless of... Also, it stacks with a weapon.
Yep, it does.
Wow, that's actually pretty nice in that regard.
It's the same thing as if you somehow get a weapon in your hand as a druid. Your attack buff stacks.
Nah, okay, that makes sense then. And at first, when I was watching the live reveal, when they first said it, that Brian Kibler said, they said, well, it's +1 attack. Like he goes, well, that's not that impressive. It sounds like the druid one, but not as good. He goes, but it costs 1 mana. He goes, okay, which is actually really good because is it even druid or odd druid? I forget. I used to have a deck. I think it's odd or even.
Even druid's the one with the 1 mana hero power.
Yeah, and that really helps you contest the early game if you get nasty hand in your... So it's kind of nice. They'll be able to contest early game good.
Yeah, and from what we've seen so far, like a demon hunter plays pretty up close and personal. You get in there with your face. You take a lot of damage to remove threats. Get up close and personal with like weapons and rush minions and stuff. So I feel like you're going to get a lot of use out of a 1 mana hero power, just being able to weave it in like every other turn or so,
Oh, yeah, I agree. And then let's see here. They get a Pacific.
If you scroll down maybe like half a page, you'll see the basic set, which we know 8 of the cards of.
Oh, perfect. Let's just go over one quick thing. They get a keyword for their own class. It's called Outcast, which you get a bonus to either left or right most in your hand. So that's actually interesting. We've seen... Is the mage has that card, that legendary that does...
Yeah, Luna. Mm-hmm.
Except for she only does the right, but she doesn't do both. But that's kind of interesting that they're using that. I was going to tell you, especially with the Sun guy, the free legendary, it seems like they're doing positioning in this expansion, at least from the early indication.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like I think some of the coolest cards have positioning on the board. Stuff like Flame Tongue Totem. Like a good player can get a lot better use out of than a mediocre player.
Yep, exactly.
So I think stuff like that's pretty cool.
And before we look at the basic cards, guys, there's 3 envisioned archetypes for this weapon and furious attack. So it's using life as a resource. Minion spawns and empowerment on death. So there's synergy when their minions die. They called it soul something, and a control archetype with big demons. So if the demon hunter could do all that, that's going to be awesome because I kind of like the idea. Yeah. And then they did say that they will not buff their minions like the token druid. Because Brian was saying that too. It's like, oh, it's a token druid. And I go, no, they're going to get a lot of spawny minions, but they can't buff them. So that's good.
Yeah, it seems like more the synergy is more based around your creatures dying in combat.
And exactly, which is awesome. And then here's the portrait, Illidan. Stormrage, very important character in World of Warcraft or Warcraft lore. Here's hero power, and then his famous weapons. After attacking a minion, your hero can attack again, which is very similar to the warrior,
Similar to Fool's Bane, yeah.
which never really saw play. But
Yeah,
this
I mean,
might
well,
be different.
you needed to know me back then for the spicy tempo warrior lists.
So let's go. Let's go down and see the base. Oh, here we are. So here's some of the. Let's go over these right here. The outcast cards. So 5 mana, Skull of Gul'dan, draw 3 cards. Out for even that alone's not that bad.
Yeah.
Not that bad for 5 mana. I could see this potentially seeing play in without the outcast, but with outcast, that's just so GG. Look at that. It'll cost 2 mana for 3 cards. Is insane. I think that's a good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a catch-22, right? Because I feel like to be able to reliably trigger your outcast cards when you want to, you're gonna want to like keep your curve pretty low. But then you've got a 5-cost outcast, and then you play it, and it's gonna draw your other cheap cards. You might not get the cost reduction.
Yeah.
So it's weird because for the cost reduction, you want more of like a mid-range or control deck, but to be able to reliably play the card with the outcast effect in the first place, you want a cheaper deck. So again, like you said, 5 mana, draw 3 cards is pretty reasonable.
Yeah, and making it discounted.
I'm not sure if it'll find a place, you know?
That is true, and then but
it's kind of at odds with itself.
I am interested, and I will definitely use the demon. I'm going to play a lot of Demon Hunter, guys. Just to let you know, Druid's still going to be my main, but I think I'm going to really enjoy this hero. Next card is, and I do agree with you, and I do think it's going to see play, especially in a control list. If the Demon Hunter can do control, it'll see a home there. But I don't know about the aggressive version.
Yeah, we've already, and we'll get to them in a bit, but there's a few other really good-looking cantrip kind of cards.
And then
like one that gives you a card draw every time you sacrifice a creature.
Yeah.
And, Demon Hunter's got Rush, so...
Oh.
So I feel like that would take the place of Skull of Gul'dan.
And then next card is Eye-Beam, 3 mana, Lifesteal, deal 3 damage to a minion, outcast, this costs 0. Okay, that card I think could potentially see play on its own.
Yeah.
Lifesteal,
if you remember Drain Life... This is like 100,000 times better.
It is, and a couple and a couple of reasons too is Blizzard said that this is going to be an attacking minion hero no matter what, meaning they are going to use their life as a resource, which we know is Rogue, and they made a good point about the Rogue, because Rogue has to be careful because Rogues traditionally don't have healing, but the Demon Hunter is going to be able to heal because
it's getting some good healing off the bat. It looks like not big like swinging heals like Paladin might be using, but like a little bit of healing here or there,
Oh, but
take the edge off.
But we'll talk about it in a minute when we see the other card. But there's a card that destroys its weapon, kind of like a blade. Was it Blade of Steel for? What is it? Blade Steel, whatever it is for a rogue. It destroys the weapon, but does damage like area effect.
Blade Flurry, yeah.
Yeah, so they have cards that combo with Life Steal. So this might be a good healing class.
Yeah, that's interesting. And I mean, there's got to be some healing, right? Like, because they're talking about the big demon archetype, like.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that.
How are you going to play your big demons if you can't heal,
And then let's Eldari Fellblade, 4 mana, Rush, Outcast, gain immune this turn, which is very good. 5/3. The fact that it has Rush and it's technically removal, I could see this. The stats are decent. Obviously, it's a little low.
The immune here is effectively just Divine Shield.
Yes, and now obviously it's situational.
We've seen plenty of Divine Shield Rush minions.
Yeah,
like Ziliax be pretty good.
And what's that dragon that does have Divine Shield? The Evasive Dragon. It's 6 mana, Rush, 5/3, and that sees play.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one too.
But the thing is, situational though.
Yeah, like Rush and Immune. That's pretty good. The difference between this and being like a Divine Shield creature is you can play Divine Shield without a creature to trade into, and
exactly.
You'll still be pretty happy with it. Like you play Ziliax even if you don't have something to trade into.
Exactly.
Just to play it, but this you'd be losing value.
Yeah, exactly. I do. Do you agree though? This card will see play.
I think so.
You have to also remember too, Rev, that this is a new hero, so its class cards I think are going to be a little bit more potent or a little bit more
Yeah. Well,
Revelance, whatever you want.
exactly. It's like
Because
it's the new kid on the block, and you don't want it to be weak off the bat. Like,
exactly,
if it's too strong, they can
nerf.
make it settle down later. But
I hope they don't nerf it because it sounds like a really interesting class. So I hope that it spices up. And we're going to talk about all other stuff later. All right, consume mana. 1 mana, silence an enemy minion, outcast, draw a card. Okay, again, situational, but we're going to have to see how hard it is to pull off outcast. But
I mean, like I said, on Skull Gul'dan, probably pretty hard, but on a 1 mana outcast, it can be pretty easy.
And I personally think this will see play, though, because even at 1 mana, silence a minion is excellent. The only thing is it's a spell.
Yeah, and I don't know if we want to go over the Hall of Fame changes later too, but Spellbreaker has been Hall of Famed, so
yeah,
neutral silencing is pretty limited now to basically Ironbeak Owl, but Ironbeak Owl's stats are so bad that I don't think you want to play it unless you don't have another choice. But critically, Demon Hunter has a much better silence card available. Than Ironbeak Owl.
And I do think it's, especially with this type of deck, especially if it's a swarming archetype that's very popular for the Demon Hunter, they're going to want to go face. So I can see this being played. And if you get it with Outcast, or even with just 1 mana, it's playable by its. I think it's playable as is without the bonus.
Yeah, so, I mean, getting to silence a creature just to push for silence that taunt, just to push for lethal, and then getting a card on top of it. That's awesome. That's gonna be pretty backbreaking some of the time, you know.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so I'm honestly very impressed how much card reveals they do, because they only have a couple weeks. They usually have a month, but this time they have not that much time.
I was surprised when I woke up this morning, checked the news, and
saw
there was
because you remember how we had
more new cards.
You remember it was always like a couple of days, and if that's out. So we're at
usually they reveal like five or six cards in the tease, and they say screw you, wait for 3 weeks.
Yeah. Now we're at the basic set. 8 out of 10 basic cards have been revealed, so only 2 left. They're probably saving the best for last, I'm assuming. Okay, so our first Warblades, 3 mana, 2/3 lifesteal. Now this stacks with their hero power, so that is 3. So basically, let's take it as, obviously not all the time, but if you play this on turn 4, that's a 3/3 weapon. I think this will definitely see play. I don't see any reason why it won't. This is better than the Warriors.
It's pretty solid, especially for like a basic card. My only gripe with it is if you're playing it on 3, you're not going to be needing to heal, right?
That's true.
So I think it's a little bit better if you play it later alongside your hero power and an attack buff,
and maybe run it as a one-off.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
But it's solid though.
Yes, it's definitely solid. The lifesteal, especially with the fact that they're going to take a lot of face damage.
The way I think about cards is you only get to put 30 in a deck. So probably only the top 5% of cards we actually put in decks.
That's true.
So that's kind of how I evaluate if a card's good or not. This is a solid card, but I wouldn't say it's top 10%,
Exactly. It's a solid card, like you said. And let's move to the next one. Soul Cleave, 3 mana. I might have to get a drink from all this talking. Lifesteal, deal 2 damage to 2 random enemy minions. Okay.
It's cleave with some lifesteal, yeah.
And it has lifesteal, so that's actually kind of good. I wonder if this class is going to run spell power. Maybe Thanos, a Blood Mage Thanos might start becoming more.
Yeah, and
because
with Prophet Velen and stuff.
Oh,
if you're healing and damage is being doubled,
it's
you're
awesome.
Kind of double dipping. Yeah.
Okay, so let's just think about it real quick, Rev. You have 7 mana, turn 7. You play the Warblades, Soul Cleave, and your hero power. And see how much potential healing that'll be. Huge, especially if you have spell power on board. The only thing I don't like about it, and you know how I feel, is RNG. I don't like how it's 2 random enemies, but you could trade into other ones to clear the belts, so you could work around that. So it's not that bad. And, the Warrior and Hunter has some of that stuff. So I think it'll see play. Definitely see play.
From what we've seen so far, most of the most of the Demon Hunter removal is like weapon based or like rush minion based, right? So I'm not really expecting to see them have a spell power minion, but like it's still probably worth considering if any good neutral spell damage minions come out, you know?
Yes.
Because then that's a pretty big boost.
So far so good. That art's pretty cool. I was gonna say the Warblade don't look all that good, but this Soul Cleave looks pretty decent. And then next card, we have actually art looks pretty cool. 5 mana, 7/4. So stats. I mean, that's obviously an aggressive card, but let's read the battle. If your hero attack this turn, deal. Okay, now that I read the battle cry, this will see play. Because you turn,
Yeah,
this will see play. Because what's that dragon? The Cloud Roaster. Cloud Roaster
yep.
has the same stats as this. It costs 2 more mana, right?
Yeah. So I'll tell you what, because Crowd Roaster can't go face. So
No.
I'll tell you what this card reminded me of when I first saw it. This card reminds me of a cheaper Firelands portal.
Yes.
Which, like, if you think about it, like Firelands portal usually gave you somewhere in the neighborhood of like a 5/5, maybe a little bit stronger sometimes, and it would deal damage to a target. This is a little bit bigger of a body than you would expect, but a little bit less damage. But it's only 5 mana. And you can trigger it on 6 with your hero power.
This will definitely see play, hands down.
Yeah, I would.
And I really like this card a lot. I would actually rate. We haven't been doing ratings, but if I were to rate this, I would say a 5, easy. 1 out of 5.
I maybe wouldn't go 5 just because like the stat alignment could be better.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's very possible that the Demon Hunter decks are aggressive enough that you just don't care if it has low health, you know?
Yeah, and that's what aggressive. This might even see play in a control Demon Hunter too, because it is potential removal.
Yep. Yeah, it's got fire. It's got fire elemental.
Oh, that's what I was going to talk to you about. Fire elemental can hit face, right?
Yes.
All right, so it's similar to that, but I think this is probably
that might even be the better comparison. Firelands portal is, you know, hero power on top of that 6, get a 7/4 instead of a 7/5.
Yeah, so that
pretty comparable.
So I would give this a 4.5 then if it's not, because you're right. I do forget that 4 health is really easy to remove. Hey, that's one swipe away for Druid and other stuff. So I still think it's a very strong card though, nonetheless.
Yeah, it seems insane.
All right, next one, 3 mana, a Overseer, 4/2. Stat line's okay, not really. After your hero attacks, summon a 2/2. So with that, if you can combo it, it's not a combo card, but then it's decent. I think it's good. Then you'll get what, 6/4 for 3 mana?
Yeah, so if you play it on 4, it's a 4/2 and a 2/2 and 1 damage. It's not bad.
Not bad. If this was a Druid card, it would see play. Except for Druid, problem is Druid has the hero cost is too high. But if it was Druid was similar thing where it could get a free hero power some way, this would see play in a token Druid. Mm-hmm. Or if it was a battle cry for a Druid. But anyway, I think this will see play. I think this is a good card.
It's got an effect where you'd want it to have more health, but they're not gonna go too insane on it, right?
Yeah.
make it a 3/4. Probably be a little bit gross.
And Eladaria right here is the token, guys, in case you want to.
Yeah, just vanilla stats.
And then this is Chaos Nova. Deal 4 damage to all minions for 5 mana.
Yeah,
I could see this seeing play. It's very close to Elemental Destruction for Shaman, and that saw play for 5 mana.
Yeah,
remember it was 4 to 5.
If you're not worried about your own creatures on the board, it's just a Flame Strike for 2 less, which is pretty damn good.
Yep, it is really damn good. Thinking of which I forgot about.
Maybe for less of like the aggressive, rush minions deck, but more of the slower, big demon deck.
That makes a good point, Rev. And I would give this card a 5 if the control Demon Hunter's a thing. It's a 5 card for them. If not, it's probably for like the aggressive, or if it's an extremely aggressive thing that only tends to matter. Because remember, they said
Yeah.
envision. That doesn't mean it's going to actually come to play. It's a 2.5 for an aggressive token because you're right. An aggressive demon hunter is not going to damage their own minions.
Yeah, you don't want to give up a turn to
Yeah.
clear the board. You know,
And this card is a big
passing
if.
the turn back to your opponent.
If this was for any other class, it would see play, especially like priest.
Yeah.
But
That's the thing. Like hindsight's 2020, right? Like, I don't know if you remember classic Hearthstone, but the board clears there were so weak. Stuff like Holy Nova,
Yep.
and like Lightning Storm was the longest thing that Shaman had, the best thing that Shaman had for a long time.
Yep.
But board clears have gotten a lot stronger over the years, and this like looks like it's where it should be. You know.
Yep. So this is a really good card, or an average card, or subpar for depends.
Yeah, it depends on if you want to rate cards by their potential in a vacuum, or if you rate them based on if they see play or not, right?
Yeah,
But
exactly.
on potential, I'd say it's a 5 out of 5.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with you. Next up, 2 mana, Chaos Strike. Give your hero 2+2 attack this turn. Draw a card. Okay, that I definitely will see play, especially for an aggressive deck, right?
Yeah.
That's one thing about aggressive aggro decks tend to have issues with is card draw because they're not going to run card draw when they want to do damage to your face as soon as possible. This definitely, I'd say this will probably see in all type of decks. I see no reason why no Demon Hunter control, mid range or aggressive. This is a great card.
Yeah, and that's what you're saving to play your lifesteal weapon with.
Oh yeah, see exactly. That's what I was telling earlier with all this stacking. All right, Coordinated Strike, 3 mana, summon 3 1/1 Eladaris with Rush. Well, Unleash the Hound sees play, but obviously Unleash the Hound's better. Potentially.
There's room for a card to be worse than Unleash the Hounds and still be good, I would say.
I think this is good, but especially against, sometimes you only need 1 or 2 extra chip damage, right?
Yeah, and there's a 2 mana spell that I was alluding to earlier that gives you card draw for every creature you've killed off.
Mm-hmm.
So there's this card, and then there's a bigger version of that card that summons even more rushers. So it's looking like if you want to play like a combo Demon Hunter deck,
it
looks like you can probably do that pretty reasonably.
Not bad. I'm definitely going to keep an eye on this one. I think it'll be good. I don't know. I do think it'll be good because Rush is a big factor right now, right?
Yeah.
Next up, 1 mana, Shadowhoof Slayer, 2/1, Battle Cry. Give your hero +1 attack this. Yeah, it'll see play. Definitely. The Shaman uses their Sludge built. Where's it? Sludge? Whatever it's called. Now it's back to 2/1. Yeah. So, the stats obviously ain't great but it's an aggressive minion, and giving your hero attack, either you could remove a potential 1/1 on your opponent's side the first turn, or get a little extra chip damage. And even in the late game, it could be kind of good comboed with those lifesteal cards in weapons.
Yeah, I'm a little bit more reticent about it just because on turn 1, 2/1, like your opponent's gonna hero power it.
That's true.
And if it's turn 1, like your opponent probably doesn't have a creature for the +1 attack to be relevant.
That's true.
But again, it does have utility later, with increasing your weapon damage. So
yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. Is like late game, turn 6 or 5, or combo it with like a lifesteal weapon. You wouldn't mind this. Actually, it's not like going to be a bad card at the end of. So you're right. I do say it might not be played on turn 1. Maybe you would mulligan it. Depends on the matchup, of course.
Yeah.
If the other hero can't remove it, well, by a ping or hero power, then potentially like Paladin would have issues with it at first, unless they.
Yeah, there's we haven't gotten to it yet, but there's a 1 mana 2/2 that's whose attack grows, and I think that's what you want.
Let's
in your
look.
opening hand.
And here is the initiates. What does this mean? Are these
Yeah, so these are for the single player, the Demon Hunter introduction game missions.
Oh, so
these do have rarities, but we don't pay for these. These are These are free.
Oh, okay. And these don't rotate, right?
So what I heard one of the devs saying was that basically they're going to be adding like for each of the sets this year, like instead of the normal 10 cards, Demon Hunter will get 15 cards to kind of let them catch up.
Oh, okay.
And then at the end of the year for next year, they said they're going to make a classic set based on like kind of what went well, what went wrong. Like
that's a good idea.
So we're kind of like beta testing Demon Hunter, and then they're going to make the classic set later based on what felt good, you know?
All right. And I anticipate this class is going to be nerfed a lot.
Yeah, I'm worried about auctioneer decks.
Yeah, it kind of sucks because you get loving the new hero, and then they're going to nerf it. So anyways, here we go. 17 out of 20. So that's not bad. They've revealed a lot of the...
Yeah, a lot of them.
5 mana Command of the Eldari summons. This is what you were talking about a minute ago.
Yep.
Summons 6 1/1s with Rush. So that's a lot of stats. If you think about it, 6 mana, 6/6, a 6/6 for 5 mana. So that's good.
Yeah,
and it has Rush.
There's the Druid. I mean, not the Druid. There's a Hunter spell that's 6 mana for 7 rushing beasts, and that gets played in Quest Hunter and stuff, and is pretty all right.
Yep. I think this is good.
So this
will
should see play too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have the equivalent of beast synergy, but like I said, you draw a card for each one that dies.
Yep.
With that other spell, so it seems pretty good.
All right, next one, 0 mana Twin Slice. Give your hero +1 attack this turn and add Second Slice to your hand. What is Second Slice? The same thing?
Yeah, it's another 0 mana gain 1.
Oh, so
one attack. So you can gain 2 immediately, or you can split them across turns.
Oh, interesting. Oh, so this is kind of like Echo, right?
Yeah, it's kind of a Firefly effect.
Yeah.
You can use both halves right away, or you can wait. It's pretty good. This is what has me worried about auctioneer decks.
Yeah, I'm thinking
is like it's one card that's gonna draw you 2.
I'm surprised
and then you draw into your outcast cards that draw cards. It's like
I'm surprised they didn't
gets out of hand.
Hall of Fame that. So we have a weapon coming up, 7 mana Flame Reaper, a 4/3. So not exactly the best, but also damages the next minion. Wait, it also damages the minions next to whomever. Ooh, so this is very much like what is it?
Yeah, do you remember Shadowmourne
or
on the Warrior
Collider
Death Knight?
that Warriors have now?
Yeah,
kinda, except for this is better.
Yeah, this is exactly Shadowmourne, the Warrior Death Knight, which was like considered the worst one, but it still got played. You got for 1 more mana, you got the same weapon, and you got the armor and the new hero power, but the new hero power was kind of worse.
That's true. Now, but we have to remember to consider that one didn't see too much play, if I remember right. But
yeah,
this one
all the Death Knights got played, but that one got played probably the least.
Okay, so
alongside the Paladin
look
one.
At this stacked with life steal, and then the Twin Slice and Second Slice. So you could buff this up to 6, 7, 8 mana. An attack. That's huge. Actually, I think this really is better than the Warrior.
I wouldn't say better, because I think Warrior's got like the better like toolkit. Like if you're deciding I'm not going to develop, I'm going to remove this turn, I think like Warrior's got the better toolkit to fall back on for that.
Yeah, and then also you don't have to remember too, this card makes this one even much better. If you think about Shadowhoof, you could combo it.
Yep.
And also the next to it, this Battle Fiend. After your hero
that's the card I was alluding to earlier.
Oh, well, it's the exact opposite. Never. Yeah, actually, this on turn 2 is pretty nice.
Yep.
You'll get a 2/3. This will definitely see play.
Or not a 2/3, a 3/2, but yeah, it.
Oh, it's a 3. Yeah,
it gets out of hand.
Especially if you can't contain it yet, which will be dealt with quickly.
I'm getting. It's like seems like a similar power level to Flame Imp, which is that's where you want to be if you want to get played in decks, right?
All right, so 2 mana Blade Dance, deal damage equal to your hero's attack to 3 random minions. Okay, well, 3 random minions, it won't be probably too RNG heavy because, unless you go maybe against a token druid, you're not going to have issues.
in a general situation, right? If your opponent has more than 3 minions, like you're probably swamped, right?
Yeah.
And if you're swamped, then you're playing what was the name of that card? Then you're playing Chaos Nova, you know?
Yep.
Um but I think with the little like rush minions and stuff that Demon Hunter's getting, like I think you can keep the board under control, you know?
Yes. I think this card will probably see play, especially if a control Demon Hunter is a thing.
Yep.
Next up, 3 mana, Wrath Scale Nage, or whatever it's called. Nagi. Interesting art. 3/1. Stats are horrible. After a friendly minion dies, deal 3 damage to random.
Yeah.
This will be
So
really
it's
good for
really
the token.
Yeah, it's really strong with those 2 rush spells that we saw.
Matter of fact, this is a knife juggler on steroids.
Yeah, it basically is. It's got 3/1 stats, but I think by the time your opponent's thinking about killing it, I think it's
Too late.
done its work already.
Yeah,
Right?
this will definitely see play in aggressive, even potentially control. Because the control, if they start trading and stuff like that. Hey, Nintendo fan, where you been, man? We were talking about you a few streams ago. We haven't seen you for a while. We appreciate you coming by. We're doing a little bit of a retro thing. We haven't done Hearthstone on this channel for years. It's mostly for card. Thinking of which, this content will not be on Project COE. It's going to be uploaded to card game, but at least you see it live on Project COE, the main channel. Anyways, or I might keep it on both. Who knows? And then, yeah, this will definitely see play, dude. Guaranteed. It's just too good.
It seems, insane.
Real strong effect. And you don't, like you said, you don't play this to hit face. You play this to control the board or retake it back. And you have to remember, it can go face.
Yeah. No, it's... I mean...
Potentially.
With the 1 mana rushers that you're going to have on the board, like, you know, you can finish stuff off, and you can probably reasonably clean up the board with that, and then get some face damage.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, thank you for coming by, Nintendo fan. We appreciate it. It's been a while. You're one of our faithful, so it's good to see you back. I hope everything is going well for everyone out there. It's kind of crazy right now.
Yeah, stay safe out there, kids.
Yeah, exactly, right? Next up is 1 mana, 2/1. Stats aren't that great. Death Rattle, add a 2/1 Lost Soul to your hand.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the Lost Soul is
the same thing.
pretty sure it's just a token, but
I think it's a token. It's slow. If it was a battle cry, it would see play.
Yeah, I mean, if it was a battle cry, it would be almost a Firefly, which we know is a good card.
Yeah, Firefly is better than it though.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's kind of what.
A little bit slow, yeah.
I mean,
it does let you fill out your curve still. So
I'm not going to write this card off. It is slow, but right now, silence is not in the meta. So if that stays, I could see this. And who would silence this? By the way,
I was about to say who. Yeah,
who
no, we're not
silencing
silencing one drops.
I could. I see potential in this card. It'll fit token decks.
Yeah, it is a 1-drop with a form of hero power defense, right?
Yeah, so it's not bad. I wouldn't say it's the strongest one of what we've seen.
It's like a 3-star, I'd say.
Yeah. Next up, 3 is pretty good. 4. So this is a Raging Fell Screamer. 4/4, so stat wise is great. There's nothing wrong with that. Battle Cry, your next demon you play costs 2 less. Okay, well, this reminds me of that
Dragon Consort.
Yeah, and that. Well, first, it would have seen a lot of play. It was a niche.
Paladin's gotten like dragon support like sprinkled here or there, but I mean, demon is in the name, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So like this will probably be quite a bit better.
Oh yeah, and I was gonna say the problem is Dragon Paladin was never a thing.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, these dragon decks now, if that Concierge, whatever it's called, was a neutral minion, it would see play. It would see play. It would make Dragon Priest that much better. Yeah, but it was just in the wrong class. If it was a Priest card, oh shit, people would have been demanding nerfs to the Priest, Dragon Priest years ago. So yeah, this will see play because this class is all
Yeah,
demons. And
it's gonna
plus,
be getting some big demons.
not only
Which
that,
we
there's some
actually got
neutral.
one coming up. Yeah.
There's some neutral demons. Like, okay, think about Wild, dude. I know you probably wouldn't run it, but what's that Prince Mal? What's this called? The one that's
Malkazar. Yeah.
yeah. Think about him, man. With comboing. Oh, I'm just saying is it'll see play.
Yeah, I would. I'd expect it to.
All right, next up, 2 mana Feast of Souls. Draw a card for each friendly minion that
Yeah, I was talking about this one earlier. This
token. It'll see play.
card has me worried.
Yeah, this will see play.
Because the usual weakness of token druid, I mean token decks or aggro decks is like you clear their board, and then they're looking at you like, what now?
Yeah.
Like where do we go from
This will see play anytime
But
of
this,
the week.
yeah,
Even
gives you a big reward for trading aggressively.
Yep. So we're hands down. That's going to see play. Hands down.
Got battle rage vibes to it too.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. And next up, 8 mana Hulking Overfiend, 5/10 for 8 mana is actually really good stats.
So you want to discount that with Fell Screamer, play it
Oh
on 6,
yeah, exactly.
and then just kill your opponent's 2 biggest things and
Yeah.
dominate from there.
The synergy is potential is big. They might actually be nerfing some of these cards because I could see them. Really. And of course, it has Rush.
Rush is what you want on a big creature.
Oh man, this is definitely going to see play. Even maybe I don't know about aggressive, but definitely mid range and definitely control. Maybe no, they wouldn't. I don't think demons will be supported for aggressive. But after the minion kills, after this attacks, it may attack again.
If you compare this to Batterhead or Gonk, like the initial turn, right? Just like Batterhead, it's not going to be able to hit face because it has Rush. But on the following turn, if it sticks around, you can clear your opponent's creature and then get a bonus attack to face.
Yep, exactly.
It's pretty good.
Very good. Yeah, definitely CP. Okay, next up, 1 mana Consume Manic Silence. Oh, we already talked about this, didn't we? Yeah, that's a good card. Good card, even with 1 mana by itself, without the Outcast proc. All right, next up, 5 mana Wrath Spike Brute Taunt Demon 2/6.
Say that 5 times fast.
I know, right? Taunt. After this minion is attacked, deal 1. Well, that's gonna see play. Definitely in control. I can even see this playing in their mid range.
Yeah. It seems solid.
Yeah, and especially too bad there's no buffs.
I mean, it's a 5 mana 3/6 taunt, 3/6 effectively, with a little bit of a bonus if your opponent's playing a token deck.
Yep, it'll definitely see play, and it'll wreck token druid.
Yeah, at the very least, it's a tech card.
Yeah. Okay, what's this? Blur, 0 mana. Your hero can't take down. It's almost as like a secret if you think about it that you can control.
Yeah, it's like what's the name of the Paladin card? Like Time Stop or something?
Yeah.
Except for that keeps you immune through your opponent's turn too. This is just
your
turn.
But
so you basically use it right before you kill a big minion with your weapon.
Yeah, and this combos very well with
Auctioneer.
Auctioneer. Not only that, where's that one that weapon where you're allowed to attack multiple times? Where is it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, the work leaves.
Up the top. Yep.
Yeah, so I could see this seeing play then, because think about it. It's a 3/4. You could go and clear out a bunch of stuff, and
yeah. My impression of it is that it's probably not like enough oomph, right? Like you basically have to combine it with other good cards.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. At first, I wasn't that impressed, but then I see the potential with synergy. It could potentially be
it's 0 cost, but yeah, just
what would
it feels low impact.
Yeah, and the thing is, where you really put that in there when you put something more meaningful. So
yeah, and again, if there's a combo deck, it'll see play regardless if you're using the effect or not.
I'll tell you one thing. This would see play in Rogue, hands down,
Yeah.
for combos, and plus Rogue has an issue with healing, so that would see play for Rogue for sure. Okay, next up, 1 mana burn. Your opponent has 2 fewer mana crystals next. Very situational.
Yeah, so you spend 1 to reduce them by 2. just to
That's
like slow down a combo or
and
something.
you could run 2 copies, so that's 4 mana. So against Druid that loves to ramp up, that's annoying. But I don't see it being
Yeah,
played.
probably more of a tech card.
Yeah.
But
If a ramp druid's a thing, then I could potentially see this being played. But this is definitely a tech card. I don't see it. I don't see them running this just for.
yeah, I mean the other application of it is like the equivalent of playing Lotheb in an aggressive deck, where you play it just to stop them from clearing the board you have already.
Yeah, I didn't think of that. Aggressive might be nice.
You know, you weave this in on turn 4 or 5 just to stop a board clear.
Yeah, you're right. It might cease play then. An aggressive. I was thinking control. No, control wouldn't want this. Yeah, it might cease play.
Control would want this to gain one more turn
To-
against a combo deck.
Yes.
In order to use their own combo.
I didn't think
But
of that.
that's kind of combo versus combo. That's kind of a niche scenario.
Yeah, I think
that we're
maybe
talking
this
about.
would see play in wild more than standard.
Yeah,
But
if
we
that
don't-
many people are playing combo decks, you just play aggro
Yeah.
instead.
And I don't know. We haven't seen all the cards yet, so we don't know what the meta is going to be like. Okay, next up, 3 mana, I-Beam. Lifesteal, that's good off the bat. I think we already talked about this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
very
did
good
talk about
card.
this. Yep.
Very good card. And
Talked about Fellblade too.
Yep. And then we didn't see this.
Umberwing we haven't talked about.
Let's see. It's 2 mana. It's a battle cry. Summon 2, 1/1 Fell Wings. A 1. Yeah. This
You
will
want
see
to
play.
you want to hear my super professional opinion on this?
Muster a battle.
It's a mini muster for battle.
Yeah.
We'll see play.
They even
100%
said
of the
that
time.
in the stream. Yeah, that'll see play.
Yeah.
Hands down. There's no reason not to play that. All right.
Very good.
So here is the.
And then there's the Outland set. Yep.
So this is for the new expansion. 8 of 15 showed. All right. They have a legendary.
So
card.
these are the ones. These are the cards that will actually be showing up in packs for Demon Hunter.
Perfect. And we're going to talk about that too in a second. 5 mana, Metamorphosis. Swap your hero power to deal 5 damage. After 2 uses, swap it back. Yeah, for a control deck.
Yeah, so it's 7 mana, deal 10 over 2 turns.
That's not bad, actually.
Yeah, and I did hear that your hero power is still 1. It's not.
Then yeah, it'll see play 1 damage.
So yeah, it's 7 mana, deal 10, which is a little bit slow considering it's across 2 turns, but like not
This will
bad.
see play in a mid range or a control deck. Then I don't think aggro.
I would expect more aggro or mid range just as
Yeah,
just
no,
to
you're
finish out
right.
the game.
You're right. Control wins by just out valuing your opponent and
Yeah.
removing threats to the point where you have nothing left.
You play this eventually just as your Leroy.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. That's probably why Leroy got.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, no, I
the
think
problem
they
is-
specifically said that on the stream was that like, with how Demon Hunter plays, it's just like,
Thanks.
oh yeah, you just put Leroy in there.
Exactly. Oh, well, the problem is Leroy's 5 mana. This is 5 mana. So unless you keep the coin the whole game. Oh no! Wait! You could do it on a second turn. Yeah, I could see why they probably got. But there's also the 5/2. So the auctioneer is it or whoever that goblin that goes face chart. Yeah, thank you, Nintendo fan. Appreciate it. So I think this will see play. It's a good card. Really, actually, really good. And I love the art.
Oh yeah.
Up next, 9 mana Pit Commander. Taunt, Demon, 5/9. So the stats are good, really good for health. I love seeing bulky and attacks really high. At the end of your turn, summon a demon from your deck. Ooh. Yeah.
So it has taunt and then like taunt in spirit.
You know what's interesting? Is this will see play because it'll protect whatever demon it's going to come on the board, and you have to remove this. And if you
Yeah.
play a big hunter, a demon hunter, you could pull out some nasty minions.
Yeah, and you played on turn 7 after the 4/4,
Oh, yep. I forgot about the
reduce its
discount
cost.
synergy.
which
Yeah.
is oof.
Yeah, it's going to be.
I mean, that's the kind of thing that you want to be cheating out, right? It's like you don't want to cheat out like a war golem, right? Because it just dies 1-for-1 to removal. You want to cheat out a big thing that's going to cheat out another big thing.
Yep. So it depends if the Demon Hunter decks or Demon Hunter deck's going to be a thing. It'll definitely see play if it is. I actually like it, no matter
Yeah.
what. Too bad it is more restricted demon only, but there's a lot of good demons, even some neutral demons that might Illidan
Yeah.
pulling out
And
Illidan.
as we've seen in Wild, eventually these kind of cards reach a critical mass of bullshit where
Matter of
everything
fact,
just summons everything else.
good thing this is not a warlock card.
Yeah, no, for real.
All right, 5 mana, the signature weapon of Illidan. We already talked about this. I think this is going to be a real good card, especially with the combos.
Yeah.
It'll be
And
good.
then we got Furious Felfin, who is the little guy in the cinematic.
Exactly.
Two mana 4/2 if you've attacked
Yep.
with
Good
Rush.
stuff.
Seems good.
And I'll be streaming a little bit later. I actually stream on other channel too, but I'll stream later because usually I like to get on earlier, but tonight I was kind of late. But no, I will, Nintendo fan. I'll try to stream a little bit later too, so everyone gets a chance to see some streams. And then next up is I was going to say Faria. 2 mana, Ferocious Little Felfin. It's a Murloc, 3/2, so stats are good. Battle cry, if you hear attack this turn, gain. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, that's going to be a good card. Especially if you do that on
That's
turn
just
3.
solid.
That's a 4/2 on turn 3.
Yeah.
That'll see play.
Usually I like Rush minions to have a little bit more health so they can value trade, but I mean 4 damage for 2 is just solid.
Yeah, it is. We already talked about Skull.
Oh yeah, I'm interested to hear what you think about Imprisoned Antian.
Let's see.
Dormant for 2 turns. When this awakens, deal 10 damage split among all enemies.
Okay, Dormant. They've been pushing Dormant, which is actually kind of cool because I kind of like that, especially that. Was it?
Yeah,
Elkenbark or whatever.
It's basically summoning sick for an extra turn.
Yeah, the thing about the Druid one though is it was active on board when it was summoned. Yeah, it was. It could be polyed, it could be hexed, it could be silenced, but honestly, that narrowly didn't happen too often. It depends on the meta. If Shaman was big, you have to worry about it. But the thing is about the Druid.
Yeah, these are untargetable though.
Exactly,
by
but the
spells,
thing about the Druid is it's on board right away, and it's a taunt. So it helped you contain boards or contest or whatever. This though, you play 5 mana and you play Dormant for 2 turns. You're not developing. Well, basically what I'm saying is by turn 5, a control deck would like this. But even then, man, you're basically doing something for.
It's hard to do nothing for 5 turns.
And it depends how aggressive the meta is going to be.
Deck. But on the one hand, it hits. It'll clear a small board of minions, or if your opponent plays nothing because they don't want their board cleared.
Oh, but we also have to.
Goes face.
We also have to take into account this synergy with this pit commander. Get it for free is just GG, and also what's the name of that 4/4 that discounts? Where is it? Wherever she is, the 4/4 that discounts.
Way up there, yeah.
Whatever she is, she with him for discounted by was 2, right?
Yep.
So this for 3 mana,
that's a less of a tempo hit.
Yeah, for 3 mana is insane. Even with the 2, because that's just a ticking time bomb, and it's all enemies, guys. This could potentially be a combo finisher for control deck too.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's a weird one because you don't really know that you're gonna want to be clearing the board in 2 turns, right?
Yeah,
and then your opponent's not gonna commit cards into the board clear. But I guess if they don't, it all goes face, and you're probably pretty happy with that.
Yeah,
then you went face and you have a 10-6 on the board.
This card could potentially be really good, or it could be average. Now, I was thinking today is what if like the Druid, I was thinking more Druid because Druid's my favorite. What if they got a legendary that activated their dormant minions? So let's say you play 2 good minions and then the next turn you play a legendary that activates them. I wonder if they're going to do something like that. Shit, imagine this card if you had a card like that. Oh, shoot, that'd be so OP.
Like a really big grizzly bear that like hibernates.
Yeah, or a spell like, let's say Leslie play play on 5, turn 6, you do this thing that activates it and does a 10 damage. That'd be so OP.
Damn. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe after like the creature awakens from being dormant, it still has to wait another turn to attack.
Yeah, it
right?
does. It can't attack.
Yeah, I thought so.
Imagine them, huh?
So it's effectively 3 turns before.
But what's good about this is its effect
But after
is very...
2 turns, you get the effect. Yeah.
Yeah, that effect's very nice, by the way. I could see this in control decks for sure, but again, then again, you have to remember, Res Priest, there's turns where you turn 4, turn 5, they don't do shit. So, it depends on the meta. If it's a more mid-rangeist meta, this card will see play. If it's a very aggressive meta, no.
It depends kind of where the healing and removal falls, right?
I like it, though, because the synergy of this deck, let's say turn... Okay, let's just do a scenario. This gets discounted by 2, so you do this for 7 mana. It pulls this. That's pretty GG, potentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like it. I think it's potential. Yeah. I don't think you can ignore this card, dude. I think it's gonna it has a lot of potential. But it also depends how...
It's like Cthulhu, where you're never really unhappy about what it hits,
Yeah. All right, I like it. I like the card a lot. I don't like the 6 health, but I don't think it's really important.
Yep.
But 10 attack, good lord, man. If that goes face, shit. But the thing is, it's obviously designed to be removed easily. Okay, next up, 4 mana Soul Split.
Soul Split.
Choose a friendly demon. So I'm going to copy of it. That's kind of turning into a mage. Doesn't Mage have a card like that?
Yeah.
And
Molten Reflection.
And Priest kind of have it like a Death Rattle thing, though. If it was 2 mana, I'd say it'd see play for sure.
It's it kind of feels like a win more card, right?
Yeah, and win more cards.
If you've already got a demon on the board that's huge and ready to attack.
Now I want to ask you.
You're winning already.
Is this a new deck? No, Nintendo fan. This is new cards for the new hero for Hearthstone, the Demon Hunter. It's not. It'll be live next month, and I will be streaming a lot of that, guys. So don't worry about that. I will be streaming a lot of Demon Hunter. But I was going to tell you, Rev, what about this with these dormant creatures? It'll copy it, meaning if it's 1 turn left, it'll copy that 1 turn.
Well, I don't think you can copy... I don't think you can use any spells to interact with a dormant creature, as far as I remember.
Oh, you're right. You can't target them. Never mind.
You can't target it. Your opponent can't target it.
Okay, I was going to say...
I believe, because the way it worked with the Darkness, if you remember that card, is once it was on the board, like once it had awakened, you could target it to copy it, but then the copy would have to be dormant until the effect triggered it.
Yeah, you're right. I forget that. I don't think this card... It could potentially see play, but even as a control deck, I would see this more of a combo deck.
Yeah.
This is iffy. It depends how really good... I mean, like Pit Commander, copying that. So basically you pay 4 mana for 7/9. Oh, think of it like that. Yeah, 4 mana Pit Commander then. But you're assuming that it survives intact, and it won't.
Yeah. The one situation is like the Pit Commander, if it's summoning another like big demon, right? Then and you ramped into this with the 4/4 from earlier. Maybe they can't deal with both, and then you get to copy something. But again, it sounds like you're already winning at that point. If your opponent
I agree with you.
Answer your threat,
2 mana, it would see play because you get this discount, the Pit Commander discounted to 7. You could combo those, and that definitely would see. If it was 2 mana, it would see play. But at its current form, no. Your win more is not what you need usually in Hearthstone. Now, last but not least, 2 mana, Spectral Sight, draw a card, outcast, draw another. Okay. Again, we don't know how easy it's going to be to position your cards. Obviously, you could keep a mulligan. You could keep this in hand to guarantee that it'll be on the left. So I could see being on the left being really, really easy. I say this will see play because I'm assuming that Outcast won't be that difficult to pull off, especially with something like this. You could keep in your mulligan, so you'll know it'll be on your left.
Yeah, I think it's completely like curve dependent, right? Like this is really easy to trigger if you keep the maybe like an average cost of like 4 in your
And
deck.
and so let's just put it in perspective. Mage, Arcane, Intellect, 3 mana, draw 2 cards. So 2 mana, draw
Yeah.
2 cards would see play in every single class in the game.
Yeah.
Maybe not some aggro decks because they want damage, but even them would be very tempted to run this.
Yeah, this is probably one of the contributing reasons why Mountain Giant got Hall of Famed.
Oh,
Is
dude.
because you could keep this in your opening hand, and then maybe one of the other cantrip cards, and you just play like a giant on 3 or 4,
Yep.
like really often, right?
And then down here, what is this? Empowered by souls. What is this all about? The typically buffs. Oh, thinking of which, well, we have some other stuff to do, but here's some information. The demon has a special with using soul magic, using the souls of the fallen to boost their proficiencies. The way they use I'm tired. The way they use this is by employing spawns of small minions. Other classes that use minion spawns typically buff their minions, which they're talking about they're not going to be able to do. So it's not going to be a token druid because of what people are, what the hell, token druid? But that's not typical demon hunters. They let their minions down to gain power, the way of power triggering effect. So deck's coming soon. Okay, so it hasn't really been talked about. Anyway, so that's going to be interesting to see. Con reminds me of a combo card, but in a different direction, right?
Yep.
All right,
So I think that's all the Demon Hunter cards so far.
So let's talk.
You want to look at the
Hall of
cards
Fame?
for the other classes too? Yeah.
Where's the Hall of Fame info?
That would probably be in another news post.
Okay, let's go here.
Off the top of my head, it was Leroy, Mountain Giant, Spellbreaker, Mind Control Tech.
All right, let's look at the... We're not going to go all of them, but let's look at a couple because we want to get to some games.
Okay.
Shaman. Or we could do the whole thing, but let's... this new Shaman... We already talked about the Priest that we feel that it's understated for what it does. It should be at least a 2/3. But it might see play. But I don't know if... It depends. Aggressive Priest... They want Priest to be control. I don't see a control Priest running this card. Oh, this is not Magic. It's Hearthstone. Yeah, Nintendo event. This is Hearthstone. Might and Magic. Why everyone thought it was Might? Oh, I get the name.
I'm gonna link the whole card list that I'm looking at right now to you,
Right, let's take a look.
so we can be on the same page.
Oh, did you just link it now? Oh, yeah, there it
yeah.
is.
So you can skip the Demon Hunter and go to Druid.
Yeah, let's go to Druid. My favorite. Only 3 Druid cards. Oh, Nintendo Fine. You like Might and Magic? I actually kind of like that, but I haven't seen a new Might and Magic game for a while. Okay, Druid. Might have to take a look at it. I was going to ask you about this Prime stuff. I think Prime's awesome. I wonder if they're going to have a Optimus Prime type meme card name after that. Druid, only 3 cards so far revealed. 3 mana, 3/4 taunt. It will see play just on the fact that it's a 3 mana, 3/4 with taunt. Hands down, without the death rattle, we'll see play. I'm a druid, and believe me, Quest Druid's going to love stuff like this, or any kind of druid, even token druid to protect their board. It'll see play. Death rattle, shuffle into your... Now, what is its prime? Do we know that yet?
Yeah, we do know.
Let me click on it. Maybe it'll have it.
The exact stats.
Oh, it doesn't seem... Well, we don't know what Prime is, but without Prime, it'll see play. Do you agree?
I'll find it.
Yeah, but I think, Rev, you do agree this will see play no matter what.
Yeah, no, it's solid.
Next up, while you're looking, 2 mana, Fungal Fortunes. Draw 3 cards. Discount any minions. Ooh, that could be potential in Token Druid. Token Druid runs a lot of spells, right?
Yep.
First thing when I saw this, I thought Token Druid. I think this is a very solid card. It's a little risky, but the Mage Book of Spectres sees it's very similar in design, but it's with spells. I think this will see play.
I found Mischievin Prime.
What does it say? What does it stat?
So Mischievin Prime is a 10 mana 9/9 taunt, and it has choose one, summon a 9/9 giant with taunt or rush.
That this will see play in Quest Druid. It'll even see. I'd say it would see play in every single Druid deck. It's a very powerful. Oh, and I just noticed it's a legend. No wonder it's so powerful. I didn't even see the dragon. Yeah, hands down, guys.
Yeah, it's.
I am
in Quest Druid getting 3 9/9s.
Dude, that's insane. Talk about wild, dude.
Yeah, for real.
Oh man, dude. I tell you, that's why I love the Druid. He gives me the big beefy minions that go face. Well, it doesn't go face. You know what I mean. Man, that's gonna see. And what was its stats? 10/10, you said?
It's 9. Like all 3 of the creatures are 9/9.
Oh yeah, it'll see play. Hands down, see play. Love it, love it.
So if you've got the quest completed, you get 2 9/9 taunts and 1 9/9 rush.
By the way, will I stream? Yes, Nintendo fan. Most likely, I will be on tomorrow, and I will try to get on at a decent time for you. But yeah, I'll be on this week for tomorrow. Either I'm not sure what I'll play, but we'll be playing something. All right, the next Imprisoned. I love the art. 3 mana, 3/3. Oh, this is one we were talking about on.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about this.
Dormant 2 turns. When this awakens, reduce the cost. All right, they showed this in the live stream. They got Alex Straza for what was it, 5 mana? But obviously that's set up for the reveal. It could happen. It kind of reminds me.
I've gone back and forth on this one.
It reminds me of the Florist, except for the Florist is a end of return effect, so you get immediate gratification or immediate effect or tempo. The problem is, okay, Quest Druid could potentially use this because Quest Druid right now doesn't do things much in the first 4 turns. You play this on turn 4,
to set up your turn 3 to set up your Oasis Surger. Well, yeah, it would have to be 4 to keep the quest.
Or you could coin out Innervate or something. Quest Druid, I think, could use that. First, when I thought about it, was too slow, but this is extremely powerful effect.
Yeah,
extremely powerful.
So it's weird, right? Because it's like a delayed Innervate, unnerfed Innervate, but then you get a 3/3 later in addition to the ramp.
I like it.
So you take that tempo hit for 2 turns because your 3/3 isn't on the board, but then you get the 3/3 back, and then you get to use your natural 5 mana to play something, and then you get to play another 5-drop.
Exactly. Oh, hold on one second.
Seems
tomorrow?
Like it's got potential.
Oh yeah, no problem, Nintendo fan. Now 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. What time? Eastern time? I'm in Pacific Standard Time. It's 9:20 p.m. here, just so I get an indication what time zone you're in. I like this card a lot, Rev. And at first, I was thinking it's awesome, but too slow. But then I was thinking, after we talked about it, I was thinking Quest Druid. Quest Druid is slow.
Some big tempo.
Yeah,
when that effect goes off.
I really think this will see play.
Yeah, I like it.
I like it a lot, especially if you do a heavy. And my only problem with a Quest Druid is you tend to have a lot of spells in your hand too, though. But I think potentially this will see play. What if it hits Snaris and discounts him by 5?
I'm more thinking. What if it hits Undasta?
Oh, dude, think about that. By the way, this is one reason why I'll probably always play Wild. This card, right? This Archspawn guy. Oh man, it's the Druid main. I love this card. I don't know why I didn't notice it at first. I thought it was just but I should have noticed it was a legendary because this shit's powerful.
Yeah, no, it is. It totally is. Yeah, all the prime cards, at least the ones they've shown so far, have all been legendaries.
All right, so Hunter's only got 1 card revealed, so they haven't given much love in the reveal for the Hunter. This is Scavenger's Ingenious thing. What was it here? 2 mana, draw a beast, give it. That's card draw, dude. That's card draw.
That's good.
And Hunters tend to run a lot of beasts, even now.
Yeah, and a lot of the beasts that Hunter plays right now have rush. So +3/+3
on that 4/1
rush minion.
Oh, on that 4/1 one, that 4/1 beast. Yeah, that.
That draws into the rush minion.
This hand, because you have to remember, two, they have a issue with card draw.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, definitely
So that
great.
seems strong. Like targeted draw,
Oh yeah,
especially.
man. I'd probably say this is a 4.5 easy.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a
probably.
very strong card. I like it. Hey, maybe it'll go in my 100. Oh, we'll talk about that. You and I are going to do some streams for theory crafting once the whole set's been revealed.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, off the bat, 3 mana, 4/5, as I saw before I saw the text. Awesome stats. Oh, no wonder it's dormant. When this awakens, deal. Yeah, this for a slower mage, not a tempo mage, but more of your mid-range grindy mage.
Yeah.
Yeah, this will definitely see play in wild.
I'm
No?
I'm hesitant on it because it's like I was talking about with the last the dormant demon hunter card. It's like you don't know when you want to clear the board, right? But that one, at least, if your opponent, doesn't put minions for you to clear, like it still
Yeah.
goes face,
You
right?
know, you know who
This is like your opponent's just like
Oh,
they're
but
gonna play a big minion or they're gonna play nothing at all.
let me tell you right now, Token Druid's a thing. If this card was out now, this would wreck Token Druid because he would not commit to the board knowing in 2 turns it's going to get cleared.
Yeah, it's true.
Or if they're idiots and they could buff it maybe. But yeah, there's a lot of turns where you don't. Yeah, this card, I'm with you on it, but I do think it has a lot of potential, dude. I really like this because it's 3 mana, 4/5, and you know it's a ticking time bomb that you're going to play around, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like this card a lot. I think
Yeah,
this is.
yeah, totally. If it stops your opponent from developing, that's a,
I
that's
kind of.
it's like a doomsayer kind of.
Yeah, I kind of like this better than the Druid one for one reason. Druid always has issues with board clears. If this was a Druid card, it would see play in Druid. No?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just not too crazy on the card. I don't know.
We don't always have to agree, but I like it a
Yeah.
lot. And then the art's just amazing. I give it a solid 3.5 at least.
Yeah.
And it depends on the meta. If it's a real, this kind of can wreck Demon Hunters too.
Yeah, only time will tell, right?
That is true. And next up, we already talked about it, but if it was a
Yeah.
2/3, I'd see it seeing play. But 2/2,
Well, yeah, Shadow Ascendant is similar, and but that hit on turn 2, so it was a lot more likely to go unanswered and
Yeah.
snowball. So,
Yeah. This,
So yeah, I don't expect that to see play, but
The
I mean,
ol-
Priest is getting new classic cards, so maybe.
well, a couple things we forgot that Power Ward Shield's 0 mana now. That changes the equation, doesn't it? Then that'll
It
be a
does,
2/4. A 2/4 is going to be more difficult to remove on turn 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this card. First, what if they want them to be control decks? I don't see Priest playing this, and they don't got Priest doesn't have a lot of early game minions, anyways. So
Yeah, and especially with Northshire Cleric
gone.
getting Hall of Fame, but I mean they've hardly printed any 1-drops for Priest because of Northshire Cleric, so maybe now they'll get some more.
Oh, okay. Hold on one sec, Rip. Easter means I work at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard. I could come back at 7. Oh, okay, yeah. I'll stream around 7. I usually stream around 7:30 to 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So it'll be perfect for you and I. And we'll be on tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. And then, yeah, this card, maybe wild. I would put this maybe with a shield buff. I would put that maybe in an aggressive... but it would have to be wild, though, dude. Because I don't think Standard's going to have the card pool for the Priest to get this type of... utilize this. But we'll see. We don't know. We don't know all the cards yet. We don't know all the cards.
So Rogue, like, this is pretty funny. Like, if you remember, I think it was Kobolds and Catacombs. Like, Rogue, that was, like, the big thing, is, like, Rogue got secrets finally. And everyone was like, oh my god, we're going to get secrets all the time. But then they only had the 3 of them. They didn't add more in the future sets. So you could just play around. Like, they all had different triggers. You could just play around them super easy.
That's
so
true.
They were all really bad. So, in a similar vein, like, Rogue has no secrets in Standard right now besides whatever they get from this set. So
you're right.
There's probably got to be like 5 or 6 of them if they want them to actually be good. And I kind of doubt that's going to happen because that would be like half of their cards.
You're right. So let's take a look at the card, though, itself. 2 mana, ambush. Secret, after your opponent plays a minion, summon a 2/3 ambusher with poisonous. Okay.
Yeah. Do you remember Venom Strike Trap?
Yeah.
For Hunter?
That's
It's
basically the same
that,
thing.
but with a different trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's... I don't know.
I don't know. It
okay.
might see play. It's okay. It's not bad, but it's... I don't know. Is Rogue's going to put secrets in their deck? So next up... I think this looks like this has synergy. So let's 1 mana Blackjack Stunner Battlecraft. It's a 1/2, so stats are really good. If you control a secret, return a minion to the owner's hand. It costs 2 more.
Yeah, that. On the other hand,
that is like Freezing Trap.
Pretty good.
Actually, that's Freezing Trap that you can control. Kind of.
Yeah, so you could effectively, if you're targeting a 9 or 10 drop, which, not going to be that often, but just hypothetically, if you're targeting a 9 or a 10 drop, you get to kill it, because unless they have some weird cost reduction,
the control
that card's never going to get played again.
Oh, no problem, Nintendo fan. You're not bugging anyone. We always appreciate our chat. Yeah, don't worry about that, my friend. And see you tomorrow. Thank you for coming by. If back to this though, I like this card a lot.
Yeah, so it kills really large cards, and against everything else, it just kind of stuns them.
Yeah, it kind of wrecks Druid, right? We play with a lot of beefy minions, so.
And,
hey, Cranberry, welcome. We appreciate you coming by. Yeah, I was telling you, Rev, we get a lot more chit-chat on this channel than we do in our sub-channel. We have a lot more subscriber. But Cranberry, thank you for coming by. It's been a while for you as well. And I hope all is going well in Cranberry Land. Well, I was talking to you earlier, but yeah, I hope everything's going well. Both Cranberry and I live in some hot zone areas, and our states are being quarantined. I'm pretty sure that's going to be nationwide, though.
Yeah, I was talking with my family out there. Situation's a lot worse in California than Colorado.
Yeah. And I'm kind of glad that they're doing this, because it's weird. Actually, today's my first day from working from home, and it was a nice experience. I get to sleep in now, take the dogs for a walk before I go into work. But
nice.
I don't know if long term I like it, though, because there's a lot of interruptions. The dogs can bark. But at least it's going to be good for a while. Anyways, up next is Shaman. 3 mana, legendary, 4/3. So stats-wise, actually, is really, really good. Think about that. What was it? Shredder saw a play for 4/3. Spell damage +1, death rattle. So it's a prime. What's her prime stats?
Yeah, so the prime stats. So you get spell damage +1 on the first body, and then on the second body, it's a 7 mana 5/4. Still has spell damage +1, but it has Battle Cry, draw 3 cards, or draw 3 spells, and reduce their cost by 3.
Yeah, this will see play. Even without the prime effect, 3 mana 4/3, +1 spell. This is definitely control-ish. Some mid-range decks could use this.
Malagos Shaman jumps out at me.
Yeah, this will see play.
Cost reduction the cost reduction only hits spells.
Yeah.
So you get to,
Okay. So far, Blizzard's notorious for making legendaries that don't see play for classes, which I've always had an issue. I don't mind so much neutral, because neutral is for everyone. You don't want to make neutrals way too powerful, but class legendaries need to be powerful, and they've had bad track record, right? But the primes we've seen so far will see play on their base stats alone without the death rattle.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is it might reintroduce silence into the meta, and that kind of sucks, because I love being able to play stuff without having to play around silence. So we'll see. Yeah,
it at least looks like silence is more limited now.
Yeah, maybe that's why now we understand what they did. But who's going to play 3 mana 2/1? You lose a lot of tempo. All right, next up, 5. It's a weapon, 5 mana, kind of costly. 4/2 for 5 mana. It's not horrible. All right, so it is after your hero attacks, transform your minions into random ones that cost 1. Ooh, okay.
Yeah, so it's got 2 evolves bundled into it.
I like it.
Which, if you just go by the mana cost, it's pretty good.
Ooh, and wild, dude. You could combo this with the hero power in turn 10
Desert Hair, and yeah.
with what's it called? Oh yeah, even that too sooner. 10 turn because I used the Death Lord for the Shaman in wild, and I love it. I know I didn't see much play in standard, but it's a good card, I think. And with this, oh shit, man, you're looking at some mean synergy right there.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. What do you think of it?
It's good. It's good value, right? Like I said, it's like two evolves and a 4/2. 4/2 is worth like 4 mana if you are talking conservatively. So it's like 6 mana worth of card in 5 mana. So if you think about it like that, it's good. The part where I have a problem though is in this scenario where you have a few creatures on the board already. Why aren't you just playing Bloodlust and killing your opponent?
That's what you're right. And I don't know if it'll be in an aggressive Shaman deck, but definitely a mid-range deck. I don't know about control. Like, see, control decks don't like control tends to play a lot of taunts. You don't want your taunts being gone. So I think this card has a lot of potential, dude. I don't know how to rate it quite yet, but my initial gut feeling it'll see play. It'll definitely see play in wild. We also have to take that in mind. In wild, this is a very strong card. Standard is probably going to be very strong, but not as much because in wild has a lot more support. You have to remember, evolve type cards see play. So
yeah, they do.
I like this card a lot.
Speaking of which, I think Bogstraw Clacker is the stronger.
Oh, here we go.
Of those evolve cards.
I love the art off the bat. 3 mana, 3/3, so you don't really lose any tempo. Battle card transfer adjacent minions into random ones that cost 1 more. Ooh, wow.
Yeah, so this is like more of a tempo oriented evolve effect. You don't have to wait till 5. You just take whatever creatures you have flying around after a value trade, and you upgrade 1 or 2 of them.
I like a lot. Oh, this is gonna. I'm gonna update my. I was one of the very first people to embrace that. What's that? Devolve. You remember that card? So I had a Devolve Shaman deck, and it kind of got popular in Hearthstone. But it also has a Evolve synergy over the years as I've updated. I try to update that deck. It's at least 2-3 years old now. I update it every time new cards come out, and that's going in there. I'll have to make room for it. I like it a lot. It's good. And next up,
another just one more thing. Another interesting aspect of that card, in the context of Evolve Shaman, is if you've got a few different minions on the board, and one of them's already really good, and you don't want to evolve it, you could just play the clacker on the other side by your other minion. Like, you don't have to evolve the whole board.
Oh yeah, you're right. Position, yeah,
some
exactly.
Of the other cards.
Warlocks and other classes do that with what's that? That 2 mana 3/2 that gives taunt. She just gives taunt. She doesn't buff. You know what I'm talking about. That
I'm trying
class,
to think who you're talking about.
That she gives adjacent minions taunt. The Shield Bearer gives taunt plus a buff, but no, she just gives taunt. You remember Handlock used to use that a lot to buff up.
Sun Fury Protector.
That's it. This reminds me of so you could play. Yeah, you're right. So if you don't want to get rid of
exactly, you don't. Yeah, with Sun Fury Protector, same kind of thing. You don't always give both minions taunt.
Yeah,
use the bigger minion to protect like the more like critical minion.
Yep.
Or a weaker minion.
And next.
So yeah, I like it. It's got like a little bit more subtlety to it than the other evolve cards.
And then it is RNG, which Shaman seems to be the RNG class, but I like it. I think it's good. Mm-hmm. Only thing is I hate RNG. But it's fun sometimes, I guess. Not when you lose to it. Next up, 5 mana. Torrent, what is this? Torrent, deal 8 damage to a minion. Cost 3 less if you cast a spell. Ooh. Okay. So
baseline, it's Flame Lance, if you remember that card.
That didn't see too much play.
That got played in like Reno Mage sometimes.
But not very often, though. I think this is better, because Shamans usually cast spells, right?
Yeah, so... I mean, it's not the end of the world if you haven't cast a spell on the previous turn. Like, the thing that's awkward about it is, like I was talking about earlier with the dormant cards, like, you don't necessarily know when you're going to need a board clear. In the same way with this, you don't know when you're going to need the 8 damage.
That's true.
But at the same time, you're not paying you're not paying like a ridiculous amount of mana when you don't have the discount, you know?
Yep. This is definitely going to be in a spell-heavy shaman deck, which looks like Lady is going to support. So,
Lady Vosh is supporting.
Yeah. So I think this will see play. Again, it's kind of situational, but 2 mana to deal 8 damage, that's a huge amount of removal.
Yeah, and if you draw it from Vosh as one of your spells with the discount, it's going to be 0 cost.
Yes. I agree.
Zero for 9 damage.
I guarantee you that that's going to see play, and most likely in Wild too, because Wild shamans tend to be more combo-y decks anyways.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Warlock, only 2 cards. 1 mana Shadow Council. Love the art. Replace your hand with random demons. Give them +2/+2. Kind of reminds me of what's that spell that they have now?
Renounce Darkness.
Yeah, that didn't see play except for
a long time
decks.
ago. That was a meme deck. But I get kind of like, do you remember when Golden Monkey was played in like League of Explorers? It reminds me of that, where you play like a slow Warlock or Warrior deck, a lot of removal, and then once you've kind of like you've stabilized, you know, you have a bunch of health or a bunch of armor or whatever, then you transform your removal cards into threats.
Yeah, this kind of reminds me of a miniature version of that Warrior one too. Is that what was it called? Explore, Unexplore, something. You remember where he would change all his cards or something?
Oh, Explore and Goro.
Yeah, that didn't see play except for me. The problem is, it depends what kind. I mean, it may be an aggressive Warlock, but then what if you get high rolled and you get expensive cards?
Yeah,
I don't know.
If we're in the scenario, we're playing this in like a handlock deck, just to in the late game turn our removal into
that's a potential
creatures. Then you already have a big hand. You get the +2/+2 across a bunch of creatures.
Well, what about this aspect?
Like once you don't need your Hellfires and stuff anymore.
Yeah,
you know?
Like a late game push. Because think about this as kind of a controlled version of Embiggens. Kind of. Yeah. +1/+1 works for that. So maybe for late game for control or some mid range, because sometimes you need that to push damage, right? Or get stuff. I'm on the.
It's got a similar effect to Arc Thief Rafam.
I guarantee you people are going to experiment with the card for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, 4 mana, the Dark Portal. Love the art, love the name. Draw a minion. If you have at least 8 cards in your hand, it costs 5. Well, kind of the hand lock. Especially
it's weird in a world where we don't have Mountain Giant, right? Like, are we gonna play handlock without Mountain?
Well, handlock traditionally Warlock doesn't like card draw cards, right? Because they're hero power.
Yeah. So we do have Veldris Felgorge or whatever his name is.
I don't know.
Allows you to have 12 cards.
Yeah.
So that's not.
There's that. Yep.
That condition's not that hard to fulfill.
I mean, this is good for combo deck though. If you could somehow guarantee like a Malagos get discounted.
Yeah, no, you could run just a few like critical minions, right?
Yeah, this could see play if some kind of combo deck. I think it has more potential in Wild than here.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Like, you know, if your few minions are just really critical minions, you know, like a Mechathune or a Malagos,
or, you know what?
Or a Emperor Thorison even.
Yeah, this might see play definitely in Wild, dude, because Wild has more combo decks than Standard right now. This again, both these cards I could see a lot of potential in, but off the bat, we don't know what else the set's going to be. Remember, we're losing a lot of cards, so both these are potentially could be very powerful. But
in Wild specifically, you can use that to reduce your Malagos or a Faceless Manipulator, and then on the following turn you have 2 Malagoses. And then you start dropping Dark Bombs and Soulfires.
Yeah, I like.
And you kill them with +10 spell damage.
Yep, I like Dark Portal better than Shadow Council, but both cards I think have potential. Yeah, we'll have to see what the news. That's why we're gonna do theory crafting once the set's revealed. All right, Warrior. 2 legendaries. Whoa, okay. 4 mana, 4/4, so stats are great. Oh, it's a prime. Rush. All right. We all know Rush is good. Rush is very good. Death Rattle. What is his prime stats?
Yeah, I got it right here ready. So the final version is a 8 mana 10/10. Still has Rush because they all keep their basic keyword,
Okay.
it looks like. And then it has the additional effect whenever this attacks and kills a minion, gain 10 armor.
Oh, that.
Which is
like
oof.
what I tell you, dude. Every prime is going to see play, and I love that. And this is
That's
how you
really
do.
good for stabilization. Yeah.
This is how you do class legendaries. By the way, you get value, you get tempo, and you make a card that will see play. And it's rewarded for late because it's slow. The death rattle. I understand that, but it's slow. But at the same time, it gives you a lot of tempo. You get rewarded, and these are the type of cards I hope that they continue with legendaries, where it makes immediate impact on the board or something good effect, and you get. I'm really looking forward to this. The class legendaries I love so far. You agree they're all good, right?
Yeah, no, this is cool. The other thing I'm not sure if the combo would actually work, but there's the card Sweeping Strikes that gives your creature cleave, like so it'll attack. It'll hit the adjacent targets too. So I'm not sure if that would, because that'd be a lot of armor.
Oh
so
yeah.
I'm not sure if it actually works like that. But if you gain 30 for killing one creature,
Yeah.
I don't think it works that way. But that'd be. Oh man,
that would be ridiculous. And
That'd
I could
be-
see.
Wow.
I don't know about aggressive warrior because aggressive warrior by turn 10 is probably not going to be.
Yeah, no, and you can play better rush creatures
Yeah,
for 4 mana than a
But-
4/4. So it's definitely a control.
control, and I could see
through
mid
and
range maybe experiment it with too. I wouldn't mind that in mid range, but control for sure. Next up, 3 mana, 1/4. When your hero,
Oh, also like a really important note is Town Crier, which draws a rush minion, is rotating out of standard.
oh, you're right.
So you can't just play the Blade Fist, let it die, and then immediately draw like
Wow,
the prime. Yeah,
man, that wild power level keeps going up and up.
yeah,
So this one here
that's
is
something.
Oh yeah, you make a good point. Whenever your hero would take damage, this loses. Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
Obviously, a 3 mana 1/4 is not that great, but
So it's
it's a heal. Because you remember, you could equip this on turn 3, and then someone's going to attack you, and if they hit you with 3 minions, no matter what attack, you're not taking one bit of damage.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing that's awkward about it is your opponent's usually going to dictate what breaks the shield, right? Like they're going to use their small creatures or their hero power first and hit you with the big stuff later.
But late game, this is actually very powerful.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
interesting, right? You can also on your turn, you can attack into a huge creature and then execute it.
Yeah,
You didn't take any of that damage.
I like this card a lot. I like it, or at least I like its text and flavor.
I think it's more of a tech card. I don't think people just play it because there's
You're right.
too many aggro and mid-range decks to reliably get value out of it, right?
Yeah, but I do like it. Interesting legendary so far. I like it. Neutral, we already talked about Homeboy. I like him. I think he's going to probably be experimented with. I don't know how much play, but I like it. Little history of Hearthstone's free legendary cards tend not to see much play, though. So there is that to keep in mind.
Yeah, Vargoth's the exception
Yeah, you're right.
that I could think of off the top of my head.
You're right. Or Snip Snap saw a lot.
Oh yeah, Snip
Snap
too.
sees a lot of play.
The BlizzCon legendaries especially tend to be like more like wacky and fun.
Wasn't Ziliax free? No.
I don't think so. No.
Oh. Anyways, next up, a neutral legendary, 3 mana, 3/4. Okay, stat lines, no matter what, are good. You're not going to lose tempo. Battle cry, destroy all friendly minions. Death rattle, resummon them with what? Token Druid comes to mind.
So what I think of when I see this card is it's an egg cracker. right?
Oh, totally forgot about that. And that's more a
Yeah.
wild thing than standard, though.
Because you get you get like say Devilsaur egg or Nerubian
All
egg.
right,
Like
okay.
you get your 5/5, and then you're storing the egg, and then when the egg comes back, it's gonna have that +1/+1, so you don't need another Death Rattle activator. It can trade on its own.
Yeah, this is definitely more a wild card for eggs, because I don't think any of the eggs are staying in standard, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to think which, if any, are in right now.
They always add one, but we'll see what they do. This is definitely good for Token Druid, though.
Yeah, there's also the other aspect to it is if you're going into a turn where you know your opponent's going to clear your board,
Yes, like
you can preemptively clear yourself and then have your creatures come back stronger.
This is really good a tech card against Mage, man. You're right. Turn 6, it's going to be their turn 7. You know, high chance of Flame Strike. Bam.
Yeah.
The only thing is it's a Death Rattle, so it can be silent. I'm thinking silence might, but then you're right. There's going to be limited things. I don't know if silence is going to come back, but it looks like there's going to be a lot of issues with the.
It's got a really strong combo with Play Dead too. 1 mana, trigger a Death Rattle. So you can trigger all of your Death Rattles at once, and then by playing Terran Gorefiend,
well, good thing.
Pop your eggs, draw cards, whatever the case is.
Good thing.
And then you play dead the Gorefiend, you get it all back immediately with +1/+1.
Good thing Play Dead's
leaving. And then your opponent
leaving.
cries.
Yeah, but good thing Play Dead's leaving standard. So.
Oh yeah, no, I think it's already out. It's been out for a while, right?
Oh, has it? Oh. So yeah, this is more better for wild than standard. Or at least from what we've seen.
Yeah.
We don't know. I mean, I could see.
But there's always just like, if you take a value trade, your creature has 1 health left. You just
Yeah,
kill
I think
resummon
this.
it like reincarnate kind of.
I really like this card, and it's not a tempo loss playing it as a 3/3. I mean, a 3 mana 3/4. Even if you don't
It's
get
got
value.
a lot of avenues.
I like it. And next up, last but least, 2 mana 2/4 demon. All minions take double damage from. Well, I don't. I mean, you get good stats for 2 mana, right?
Yeah.
This.
Yeah, I think it's interesting.
It might see
especially
play.
for mage, you've got all these little burn cards, and you can just kill bigger minions with them.
Yeah, I see potential in this. I don't know if mage is going to be a thing on standard. It's really weak now. I kind of like it, and even aggressive decks. I mean, usually right now, not a lot of people are playing spells on turn 2, 3, right?
Yeah, outside of like drawing cards and stuff.
So I don't know. I think this card has. I think you could see play. Obviously, late game, no. You would imagine Flame Strike.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no.
Yeah.
But I like it.
The absolute hard counter to this card is backstab.
Oh yeah, you're rogue, or they don't even have to combo eviscerate.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
But it's an interesting. I don't expect to see play, but it's an interesting little card.
Oh, I'll tell you one thing. This is awesome to high roll with Evolve, though. A 1 drop into this. Well, no, because it's a progressive. No, never mind. Yeah, I don't know. I say it's not bad, but I love its flavor. But I don't know if it'll see play.
It's nice with Flame Strike, right?
Yeah. Whoa, dude. Maybe a. Control Mage could, I didn't think of that on a control decks. Shaman, Mage, or even potentially in Wild. You're right, a control deck. I didn't think. Actually, this might see play with them only, of course, because with a control deck, you don't care about your minions dying so much.
Yeah, and you turn potentially. You can turn potentially. Spells that aren't relevant anymore, like a 3 damage removal, could turn it into something bigger, kind of recycle it.
And we're done. But let's take a look. I want to just see what people say. Nah, not much info. Hearthpoint needs to be a lot more active. Yeah, I like these primes. Oh, here's the tokens. Duh. So here's the token, guys. I know Rev listed them, but here they are visually.
Yep. There we go.
So 8 mana, 10/10 kind of reminds me of Deathwing in a way, right? He was 8 mana, 12/12, kind of. Yeah, that'll see play. Dude, the Druid one will see play. 3 mana, 3/4 with taunt. 3/4 is a baseline for 3 mana, anyways, right?
Uh huh.
And chances are people aren't going to silence it, and they're going to wait. But oh man, a 10 mana 9/9, choose one, and you guys know how much I love my Druid. Man, I
Yeah,
cannot wait.
I'm hoping that when you combine the choose one effects, it summons 2 9/9s and not just 1 9/9 with taunt and rush.
Oh, it
That'd
might be one,
that'd make
dude.
me sad.
Like War Druid's one.
Yeah.
Wait, but hers wasn't a summon though.
Yeah.
Hers was
is a
shape shifting.
transform.
Yeah, so most likely this will do both. A matter of
Yeah,
fact,
I think
don't we
so.
have Druid cards we could test that with now? Yeah, the 5/5, the 5 mana 3/3 summon a copy. Yeah, it will be 2.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, it'll be 2. So
yeah.
that it makes it even better.
Yeah, so you get 3 9/9s, 2 of them have taunt, 1 has rush.
Damn it, dude.
That seems like that's about as good as stabilization.
No, I think it's
as you
only
can
2,
get,
right?
Besides,
Not 3. Because you get a 9/9 giant with taunt or with rush.
well, I'm talking about the original creature itself has, has taunt too. So you get two 9/9 taunts and 1 rush.
Oh shit, that's so OP, dude. That's so powerful.
So you kill your opponent's biggest thing, and then you also have just 2
Well,
9/9
then,
rushes,
right
or
now
2
the
9/9
best
taunts.
quest druid uses that King Pharaoh guy. So I know people are going to bitch about this card, but hey, F them. It's good. It's great. And then the
it's beautiful.
yeah, of course, I'm a
many
little biased,
stats.
though. I'm a little biased, of course, but all right. So spell damage. One she's going to be that reduced spells that specialized or specific spell just card drawn reduced by 3 is just so nice. Yep, all 3 primes. I'm going to be interested to see what the other primes look like for the priest, hunter, paladin, demon hunter. But if the first 3 give us any indication, all of them will see play in some deck, some form of deck. Obviously, a token.
Yeah.
Now, would a token druid play this, dude? I mean,
Mishfin.
I see why not.
I'd say probably not, because you're not looking for a long game necessarily. You're playing your creatures and buffing them.
But to counter your argument, the druid's losing some key cards like the 8/8s with rush.
Yeah. Well, I'm just thinking, like, in order to play the original card and then the prime, you have to draw at least half your deck on average.
You're right. I was gonna say this.
So I think these are exclusively for control decks.
Yeah, you're right. I think it's being
unless you just really want a 3 mana 4/3 with spell damage.
Yeah, you're
Maybe.
right. I mean, the thing is, reason why I tell you that, because a token druid would play a 3 mana 3/4 with taunt to protect its board, and then you're getting a late game payoff in case the game does kind of go long.
Yeah.
Because remember, the druid's losing some power this rotation, and we don't know. They usually do token druid support, so we don't know what it's getting in a replacement. But it's losing all the Doomsday cards, which is the 9/9s,
Doomsday, yeah.
the Trents. So, like I said, I don't see why not. Because druid, you remember some of the aggressive druid decks used to use that 1/6 that would give health or something like that with taunt. So.
Yep,
Maybe, druids like to protect their boards, but we'll see. I could see it potentially being there. Because you really don't lose anything, but then again, will the decks have room for it is the question, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and play some game. Ooh, I got logged out here, huh?
Yeah, I saw there's a notification that they've been getting DDoSed.
Oh,
so
shoot. Well,
might have some connectivity issues.
That
with the server
and
getting pinged.
I was logged in the whole time. I didn't log out.
Oh yeah, so you probably just got logged out for inactivity then.
It's good to see.
All right, let me go quick AFK, man. I need to get some water. We did a lot of talking. I'll be right back.
Hey, are you back? Guess not. How y'all doing in Chatland?
All right, back. Sorry about that, guys.
Nice. No worries.
All right, so,
So anyhow, there's our 100-hour long set review of just the first like third of the cards.
I know, right? So what are we gonna play today? Your token druid? Not your token. Your
The spiteful summoner deck got buffed.
It did, but so did priest. So we're 4-1.
Ever the optimist.
I already got a headache. Watch. How much you want to bet it's a priest? Unfortunately, my dogs need to go out, so he will not go out unless I... Oh my god. Well, how do I know it's going to be? It is a Raza priest, dude.
Here for a lesson?
Alright. We're keeping the greedy sprite.
Okay, yeah, I like it.
Now let's see what we get. Ugh, horrible hand. At least we have synergy on turn 5, though.
Yep.
Alright. Well, my opponent is deep in thought, or... Let's hope for the best, Rev.
They don't need hope when you have skill. And meme power.
You think... I heard there was people complaining saying Raza needs to be nerfed again. That the game's over by turn 5.
That's an exaggeration, but I wouldn't have... Just for like the future proofing of the game, I wouldn't have buffed it.
No, me either. I wonder why they did it, though. Well, okay, he did mulligan, so I don't know why he took so long, but whatever.
He might be AFK, might have roped his mulligan.
He must be AFK, because... Nope. Ooh, fledgling. Probably be easily removed. I think we will play it next turn.
Okay.
Because it could potentially steamroll, right? Oh, here we go. Steal card. Oh, no, that's not steal cards. That's get a copy, right? So it's going to be word. I mean, not word. What's that stupid power word? Whatever it is to remove a 3-attack.
Yeah, Shadow Word Pain.
There you go. Okay. Didn't expect to see that coming. I appreciate the card draw.
Just
Not really, because...
Run out of cards for when he plays Raza.
Yeah, I know. Wind Fury.
Ooh, easy Wind Fury.
Ooh, can't be targeted.
Yeah, I like it.
And then I say we go wide.
Yeah, I like that.
Because we got to be aggressive against this dude. Obviously, he's probably going to be able to remove it, but... Oh, here we go.
Mass Hysteria.
Oh, wow. I was expecting... Not bad. I retain a person. Alright, so I say we go... We could play her and be aggressive here. Well, this is obviously going face.
I think I like saving that for...
I say we play Flippy and then Hero Power. No? Or we could go wide.
Yeah, I think I like the Fledgling.
If I must.
Amazing we haven't played any ramp cards.
I hope you like my invention.
Alright. That's not bad.
Yeah, well, we ramped with the, Oh, yeah, I guess we didn't. Huh.
I say... We,
Yeah, we're ramping now, right?
Yes.
With Mire Keeper.
And obviously Hero Power. Well, I guess 3 attack, but then that puts it into death range.
No, No, I think if he deaths that, I think we're fine with that.
I'll trim you.
When that's potentially a lot of damage. Watch another mass hysteria, priest, or that. All right. Well. All right. So I say we go wide. Forest aid.
So
Or we could.
there's that, or we play Archivist,
But-
and a lot of the time it hits Stampeding Roar and pulls Tyrantus,
Okay. Or it could mill us.
or it could mill us.
You really think that's the play?
That's less often.
All right.
I mean, it's a lot of power.
And it did what you said, and it's going to pull out a big boy who can't be targeted.
Yeah, it was 2-to-1 odds.
But light bomb though is the thing. I kind of wish we
Light Bomb. He's not killing our Archivist, and that keeps getting value.
And it could do another Stampeding Roar, but we don't have any beast in hand, so it wouldn't be so great. Of course, we could pull one next turn. My opponent is in shock. No, he's just taking a while.
So this is really good here, right? Because
Yeah.
I was about to say, like, getting the big guy on the board a turn before the Death Knight.
Well, actually, he kind of did me a
Oh,
favor.
he had silence too. Okay.
Well, let's go in there. I say we go wide.
Yeah, let's play that and the Acorn Bearer.
Will he have more effing removals? Well, technically. Oh man, this guy. All right, so we go wide again.
Yeah, I like it.
You see, he's thinking I'm token when I'm not. Well, actually, no, he should know I'm not token. You know, potentially we have lethal.
He's really low.
You know what? Potentially we have lethal if we get another Sun Reaver.
Or a floop.
Oh shit! But the good thing is we need to. I think we need to. We need to kill that though if he bounces it. Because now we don't. There's no point in. I say low feb. Do we really need to kill that?
Yeah. What about Lotheb and War Mage?
And War Mage goes into Reno.
We take one trade and the rest can go face.
Yep.
We're guaranteeing a lot of damage on the following turn.
Yep. I like that. Because one thing about
if he plays the Death Knight, he only kills one thing here.
Life and hope.
Really? Okay, well that's not too big of an issue. But yeah, it is because he's gonna get a lot of value. Arena doesn't help you take the board, but hey, there you go. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Yeah, and this is where we kind of lose. What I tell you, man.
Shots, though.
We could ultimate the 6/5 and trade. We have to trade though. We can't go we don't have lethal, right? No.
We have 11, 16. Yeah, we're still fighting for board.
So I say we kill the 6/5 with ultimate. Oh, we're gonna break.
Sure. Well, if we draw what are the defender? We don't.
What about ultimate the 8/8 and then we could trade low feb into the 6/5? We're not going to be able to deal with a 4/10.
Okay. Yeah. Let's ultimate the 8/8.
Oh my god. You ruined my draws with those crappy cards.
Oh, you pick up Summoner, that's nice.
Surrender your will to Cabal.
Patience, my young apprentice.
Wait. What happened to the ping?
I can't hold on.
Oh, that's a big loss, by the way. God damn it. I say we concede. We have to trade. We're not in a position of, man, I'm telling you, dude.
Let's play Summoner, yeah.
It's not... worth... Ooh, actually, that's kind of deep. It's not worth playing against a priest. I could just do so much better match with someone else and not waste my time.
Come dance to my song.
Hang in there, bud. We still got a board.
Yeah, but how are we going to kill? Of course he does that, right? So it forces me to trade. And he doesn't trade like a piece of... Alright, so let's do this. We can't go... We can't go wide, so we could develop a Ziliax to hit into here. At least we could save one of our minions, and they could go. But we also have to deal with this 4-8. Well, we have to deal with the 7-6, or we could just put everything to face and let it go.
I think we fully develop here, right? Like, 2 Treants, an Acorn Bearer, and then a Ziliax.
Oh, we don't have room though.
We want to leave. We want to leave. Oh yeah, so we don't. Well, we're trading.
Yeah, right. So let's look at here. We have to kill the 07, so 4 goes in there.
So 2/2's going into the 4-8, right?
Ooh.
And then we play Ziliax.
Baziliax. We had to kill this, obviously. Wait, Ziliax should go there. So it doesn't lose a Divine
Okay,
Shield.
I like it.
And we do this. We couldn't deal with the 4-4, but we'll deal with it next turn. At least we chipped it away. And plus we have another Ziliax for magnetic potential, too.
Your wish is my suggestion.
So Shadow Flame maybe. Oh jeez, Seance.
Yeah, dude, what I tell you, man. Let's just concede, dude. It's not worth playing. Now he's going to have a board clear.
Yeah, I mean, so hear me out, right? He's over halfway through his deck, and he hasn't played Shadow Reaper yet. Like, you might legitimately run him out of cards.
We're going wide.
Your wish is my
And he's going to, of course...
Like, all this time, if he'd been playing, if he'd had the Death Knight in play, he would have been dealing damage to you, but you're still at full. So.
Well, at least I get tokens. Oh my god. We're just going wide. We could do a 3-4 greedy sprite.
I think we hold on to it at this point.
If I must.
How much more removal can this guy do? He's almost out of cards, actually.
That's what I mean.
And
like,
here we
dealing
go.
damage all along 'cause
Here
he
we
played-
go.
yeah, 'cause he's
The reason
playing
why I almost
Anduin
quit this
Silver
game.
Blade.
I was waiting for this shit. Yeah, come on, dude. Let's just... We're out of cards. I say we leave. Yeah, and he doesn't trade... F this, dude. I'm done. Done. Don't want to put up with it. I can't stand Priest. And if this is what we're going to see on Wild, I'm not going to play this format anymore.
The salt is salt
Dude,
is
you don't
real.
understand how much I hate this class and how much I hated Raza Priest. And look at it. It was a waste of time. Complete waste of time. Yeah, this is bringing
Still
back...
there, dude?
Yeah, it brings back old memories, dude. I'm trying to keep it PG too. Yeah, I just conceded. Oh, okay. No, we're done. Not gonna put up a priest. If this is all we're gonna do, see, we're gonna switch to standard.
Oh man, not like this.
Nah, sorry, dude. I do not have patience to go against a priest. I can't lose rank 15, so I don't mind
Dude, you
losing.
still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. You can hear me? Oh, you can't hear me. Hold on. Let me reconnect. Oh. Can you hear me?
Hazelback
Nope.
versus Garage.
Can you hear me?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
For a less.
Okay, yeah, I was not hearing you at all.
Oh,
for, like,
really?
for the last minute of salt.
Is this a priest?
It's
No.
funny. I saw that concede against that free. Oh man.
Yeah, done, dude, done. I
I
rather.
told you gotta rank up so that you get past the priest ranks.
Well, the problem is Druid's a bad matchup. So, like I said, I love the Druid. And Druid's a bad. Priest is a bad matchup traditionally for Druid. So that makes it even worse, right?
Yeah.
It's just sitting there.
Well,
You waste your
Melfice,
time.
let me tell you, the worst matchup is the matchup versus priest in your head.
It might be, but he was kind of running out. But the problem is we really didn't have much. I mean, we had a lot in our deck, but he's just gonna ping me and ping. And when they start, and that just makes me so furious when they start not trading and they ignore your board when they should be. Nah.
Yeah. Well, he hadn't gotten very much ping damage because his Death Knight came really late, so that's why I was holding out.
All right, why is this playing this? I'm gonna trade into it
I must.
because that could potentially high roll. I don't want to take a lot of damage. Well, at least it's not a priest. And like I told you, I don't mind aggro warriors because they're honest decks. Well, now we can't play. Thinking of aggro, we can't play Mr. Bird because he's going to die. So we're gonna do
Bird's the word.
the 1/1s, and if he's not gonna trade into him, but at least we get something on board.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, maybe we even just should play the fledgling there because he's always shown he's going face. I don't know.
That's true. Ooh, well, yeah, he's very interested in face. Let's give you a punishment for that. We could actually coin out Lofed, but that obviously goes there.
I don't know that that's super relevant when he's just probably going to play another weapon or rusher.
Yeah, it's true. We'll definitely coin out Homegirl. Oh, well, that's really bad. And he doesn't trade. Wow.
So are we playing... I think we're playing Stampeding Roar instead.
Yep.
Just get ahead and out on the board.
And he gets punished.
That's crazy.
Divine Shield's really nice, by the way.
It's crazy you didn't kill the bird.
Or do we get Death Rattle for plants? I kind of like...
I like Divine Shield.
Yeah, because it protects in case. Yeah, you can't target that, dude. You me go face. Wow, this guy is playing a meme deck, dude.
Yeah, okay, this got weird.
Well, he didn't get value, so that's good. And we are not trading, dude. We are going face with our little minions.
I haven't seen Jouster in years.
Oh, wow, this is the budget guy. I feel bad for him. And here we take over the game. So like I said, the aggro sucks, but they're honest.
Are you playing casual now?
Oh, am I? Oh, shit, did I do casual? My anger, I didn't focus. Well, okay, that's actually not bad against an aggressive deck.
That's pretty good, yeah.
Now we know why it's Wind Fury.
Oh, Wind Fury. Imagine not killing a vicious. I guess we're taking taunt now. Taunt Divine Shield.
The only thing is it allows him to easily get rid of it, though. But I kind of...
He's just walled out right now, though.
Did I really choose casual? How did that happen? My anger flow... Oh, no, it's not.
Real.
It's
no, okay. I was surprised I wasn't able to see the ranks.
Yeah, it must be a bug.
Your opponent. Okay.
Because I know it was salty, but not that salty.
Well, there's a nice easy win for you.
Oh, man. I hope I get that guy again. You know, he did do a lot of damage, though. So like I told you, dude. Aggro decks, I hate them. I hate playing them. But they're honest decks. Priest, on the other hand, is like grinding teeth. You get close to beating them, and then they just win. And then they start doing shit. All that out of there. I don't even want to talk about it. All right, we're definitely...
Sprite into Floop's not bad.
You want to keep that?
It's not bad, yeah.
All right, 3/4.
Double ramp into your big stuff.
Ooh. A 3/4 fledgling
we got
is
some
even...
cooking going on here.
Oh, actually, we have a lot of options here. Ooh, a lot of options.
Yeah, if they can't answer the first fledgling, a second fledgling is pretty good.
Hello.
I don't know if that's emotes. Well, I'll say hi. Let's see if he emotes again. Give him the benefit of the doubt. Like I told you, mages and priests tend to be the best at BMing.
He's just saying hi.
I know.
Now, if he greets you after he like clears your board, that's
Then it's
BM.
yeah.
But if he just greets you at the start of the match, that's just the intended use.
Okay.
Okay, well that into Floop is better.
Yes. So I was going to tell you, there's no way we're going to bypass that. We do float a mana, but I don't think it's relevant.
You don't think it's Revenant?
Oh man, listen to me. I'm tired.
Oh man, I'm not even Revenant. If I'm not Revenant, who is?
Oh shoot, what kind of deck is he playing? Well, this is obviously going face. Do we definitely play Homeboy?
Yeah, no, for sure. When you play Ultimate Infestation later, you're gonna fill your hand with +2/+2 creatures, and you're gonna make him cry.
The value, dude, the value. Especially with Winged Guardian. I'm kind of surprised he did that. That wasn't really effective on his part. Alright, so what do we do here? We could use the War Mage to kill that out and trade. Or we could coin out Summoner. Or we could ramp.
I kind of like the idea of holding on to the coin.
What about ramp or War? I like War Mage against Zelia. He's not going to get any healing. Then we'll be able to contest, could get rid of the board.
I mean, he's already not going to get any healing because he's at full.
Yeah.
So, honestly, maybe just Mire Keeper coin hero power. That's pretty good.
You're right.
Continue developing and you still ramp.
Actually, I like that a lot. And it's a
You
4/4.
you ramp and you leave him with no creatures. That seems pretty good.
Hey, why is this a 4/4 not a 5/5?
Because you
Oh, I drew. Oh.
because you drew it in the turn between playing the
You're
first
right,
and second
duh.
Keleseth. But yeah, all your other creatures you draw from here on out are going to be +2/+2.
The best.
Build your own Embiggen, right?
Better than Embiggen.
Well, you
I don't have
didn't
to.
make your stuff more expensive.
I kind of start thinking we need to be aggressive and not concerned about trading so much.
Yeah, we're not going to play Embiggen in our spiteful deck, though.
Ooh, so we're definitely not trading now. We'll let him do that. Ooh, man, baby. Look at that.
So yeah, 6/6, deal 5.
But we do Summoner.
I like just playing Summoner here, and depending on what we get, maybe we trade, maybe we don't. We'll see.
Ooh.
All right, 10 drops are nice.
It is not yet your time.
We don't trade.
Okay.
He
That's a
can't
maybe,
remove that
sure.
easily.
Feel my wrath.
Or we trade.
I think face is fine. I don't think there's really a punish for
No.
not killing that. The punish for not killing that is he gets to hero power of 4/4, but who cares?
Yeah, that's true. Ooh, hey, you know what? There's a lot of other minions you're going to have to...
Yeah, if he's not developing, we're totally fine.
Oh, he goes face. Greedy.
That's a non-impact.
Okay.
Okay. So if we time this Lotheb right, we're just gonna win the game.
Lotheb in flip-flop?
No.
No, because this will die
Let's see,
for free.
how much damage would that be next turn? Confirmed. We would deal 8, 9,
Was I thinking of again?
16.
What about...
Actually, I kind of like the Lotheb here. Yeah. Lotheb and Fledgling seems all right.
but this dies
like
for
if
free.
he-
What about the Greedy Sprite?
I guess it is the you're not gonna. It's not gonna ramp anymore
Oops.
at this point, right? Because
Actually-
it dies next turn, and then it ramps you to 10 when you'd already be at 10.
Well, we could do the 2 War Mages in turn 10.
Okay.
Alright. Not the worst. He can't do a... they always have... Oh, but we have...
It's not a buff Dundasta though. You have to do another trade to get the overkill.
Yeah, it's not worth
Well,
it.
you can use it on the Scourge, sure, but you'd only be getting a small beast. We're probably holding out.
Alright, and there's no... Well, yeah, we'd be getting him for free.
So we're probably playing probably playing War Mage and a Garden Gnome, right?
Yeah, and the War Mage goes... I guess the Doomsayer?
I think it's well. So we want this Loatheb to hit face, right? So we're doing War Mage and using War Mage and Mire Keeper to kill the Doomsayer, right?
A new Valore Delavan.
There we go.
How's this board?
Oh, well. But we have a lot of refill, by the way.
Yeah, we do.
Wow, but look how much resources he has to just get rid of.
Yeah, no, he's kind of just pissing his hand away right now.
Alright. So, ooh, we don't have... Do we ultimate
Okay.
face?
Yeah, we're.
Or we could do this, but
I think if we're ultimating, we're killing his creature, so that our 6/4 doesn't die to a ping, right?
Yeah, I say we ultimate the creature.
Yeah, I like it.
Because it also
And
develops...
that'll set up a beast for the Undasta.
Yep. Well,
couple
we
turns.
draw... Look at these beasts.
Let's see, and do we draw a defender? Yeah, +2/+2 on everything seems all right.
Doesn't matter where I put it. I'm going to put it on the right. I don't think that's bad.
Sure. How's that? 0 mana, 5/7 taunt.
Yep. How
You
do
like that?
them?
Would you buy that? would you
Oh,
subscribe
here we
to
go.
that?
We have to kill this, by the way. Well, we could use it with
Yeah, it's not going to be that hard.
Oh shit. Nah, it's hard now. Wait. No, we have no way of dealing with it.
That's annoying. Okay.
I say the summoner then.
Do you want to just play Tyrantus?
Oh, but the
You want to just play a 14/14 that can't be
I
targeted?
wouldn't mind, but the problem is he probably have an answer for it.
I mean, he's used a Blizzard and a Frost Nova already, right? Like, what's... I mean...
There, I told
Voodoo
you.
Doll.
I told you.
Man.
Well, he would have had an answer.
That's such a specific answer, though.
And there is a counter spell.
Double pump Azarano, extra spell whip.
Yeah, this is where we're
Right
starting to
stuff.
lose, dude. Unfortunately.
We still got stuff on the board, so okay, so that's probably
Let's check
the
for-
deal 3 damage to your board. So let's kill that Calicos first.
Yeah. We could actually summon it, the War Mage to kill it, or we could just.
Well, it'll take damage though if that secret is what I think it is. So maybe let's use the taunt, and then the 6/2 goes face, right?
Remember the sunwell.
Oh, you said
Okay, well,
face.
it's awkward. Yeah, it's awkward now because we're developing into the secret. But okay, so now we're starting with Acorn Bearer, right?
This be our neck of the woods.
And then summoner.
And then Fledgling Summoner.
I'm not gonna play my big fledgling yet.
Okay, fair enough.
You know.
Oh, that should have gone face, huh? Oh, there goes the BM. Well, that's actually not bad.
It's pretty good, yeah.
Another bad matchup is Mage, and he's a Highlander, so that means he's gonna heal.
I think Mage is a good matchup if they're not Quest Mage.
But with taunts like that, they're absorbing a lot of my damage.
Ooh, he's gonna give you coins though.
That's not that important. Alright, I say we hit 5 into there and trade.
All right, so
No, we got to deal with this.
I want
board.
to get the Fledgling out of hand this turn. Okay, well let's think about how we're triggering this secret, right? So the 10/10 and the 4/3 are hitting the taunt, right?
Nuts to you.
And then the 3/3 is going face, right? To
Oh, it's,
trigger the trap, which is... Oh, it's
health?
not the trap I thought it was. Okay.
oh, it is.
Oh, it triggers... Okay, yeah, it triggers.
Alright, so we need to kill Alexstrasza, so we're definitely doing 5 and trading this. Or we could ignore her. But we get punished. The 10-3 is pretty useless.
Well played.
And he ain't saying well played, so it probably means he has.
Let's War Mage and let's go face.
Really?
Let's go face. with
So
War Mage.
risky, dude.
Let's make him trade.
I don't
And
like
then
it.
we play Fledgling
Now let's.
or whatever.
He's saying
Yeah,
well.
I like getting.
Oh,
Well,
he.
yeah, I like
How
getting
did
some
we
of the
win
beast
that?
in
Though?
it.
How is it that he gave up?
Because big pressure.
See, you and I play way differently. I do not like taking.
I looked at his health and I was like, wow, is that like 10?
But I assumed he would have answers. But oh, you're right. Sometimes playing.
Well, the thing too against Mage is like Mage clears your board, but they don't heal.
Oh, you're right.
So if you set them to 5 at some point when it's safe, then you just ultimate them later.
I'd say another thing too is you know the matchups better than I do in Wild, so there's that too.
Yeah. No, he was not playing Quest Mage for some reason, so that was kind of a mistake.
Interesting. Ooh, I say we keep the Mire.
Yeah, I like Sprite, Mire Keeper, and Summoner.
And Summoner keep Summoner. Oh yeah, with ramp, why
I mean,
not?
you're gonna ramp twice, dude.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're right.
What else do you want?
Right. You see, that's what I'm trying to tell you, Rev, man. That's one thing I have. Now, it depends on the deck, but Druid, I'm so used to having such an issue with large minions, but I forget that sometimes if they don't have
we have the bigger minions. That's all we need.
Sometimes you just make them, like you said, trade. I used to always hate leaving stuff on board, but you're right. Mm-hmm. And you know this deck really well, so. Oh, well, we're definitely going to. What is this here saying? Oh, okay, that's nothing. We're going to end turn.
Yeah. Surprised it's not Odd Paladin. He put that card in his deck, but then he forgot to be Odd Paladin.
No, we're definitely killing. Oh, shit. That's a steamroll I've seen. Okay, so we're gonna probably have to hero power.
Let's get our ramp going, right?
Yeah, we're gonna put out homebrew.
We got big hands and big things in this
He's
right now.
probably gonna ignore it, but I could be wrong. Because there's no incentive for him to trade, even with the Divine Shield. All right, well at least he. Oh, he does. I think that's a mistake.
Yeah, that's definitely a mistake.
Why would you give me ramp? All right, so we're definitely ramping now. We're taking damage, but ooh, do we have some turns?
Yeah, no. I mean, even if we don't have another beast for the Undasta, like we're still getting the defenders into play for free.
Yep.
It's probably game over for him.
Divine Shield's actually bad, but it's okay. Why are you taking the Divine Shield like a taunt, idiot? You should have done the other one. Alright, but this is where you're going to cry a little bit, so... We don't have any synergy, but...
This is pretty good, though.
This is amazing. And he's not going to be able to deal with it. Well, he might, but...
He can deal with one pretty clean with the Zealot, but...
Oh, let's get down for sure. And by the way, he sacrificed his stupid Divine Shield on the taunt, which was a mistake. Why would you? Alright, so let's see if we get any synergy for Homeboy.
Alright, so do we want to clear some of his stuff before it gets buffed here?
Yeah, we do. Okay, so I say low feb to protect, because we have the hero power.
Yeah, I'm not sure if a Lotheb is going to stop anything from happening, but it's still just a creature we develop alongside our hero power. So.
All right, so I say I hit into the Divine Shield. Or I could use my life as a resource. I kind of like using that.
I think you use your life. I think you use life as a resource.
Yeah.
Because if it's a secret that blocks the attack, you're going to be sad.
Oh, you're
and plus
right.
You just keep your taunt healthier here.
Do I care about that Divine Shield? Yeah, I do.
So if it's, I think if it's what's the name of the card? If it's competitive spirit, you want to kill the Divine Shield before it gets buffed.
Now I say we kill out one more.
Okay.
I hate doing that.
So now it's kind of hard. Now he buffs one creature when he completes a side quest. Well, I mean, maybe 2 or 3, but like we've limited it as much as we can, which is good.
Yeah. I hate doing that, but oh
No, we're in a
really?
good spot.
Wow. Okay.
Oh man, is that the best you could do, bud?
That's not that good. Any okay. Ooh, this is actually kind of interesting. We could play that.
Okay, that's choices, right?
Or we could do Summoner.
So we have no beast in hand right now, so that pulls ultimate or the tree card every time. And I think since our hero power doesn't have a target, I think that's what we want to do, right?
So we do want to do him.
Yeah, I think we want to play Archivist.
And do we
Either of the two options right here is pretty damn good.
We kind of get punished for leaving this board though. But I do want to get damage.
Okay, so I think the Lotheb's definitely trading. It's just a question of if the Odasta's trading too. I think it's not.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
Now you could have consecration though, but
And look at that synergy right there.
yep,
You get the twin spell copy in your hand too. I love that.
it's so awesome. Now we force him to where he has to trade. With taunt, well, that's not that great. Ooh, that's still not that great.
Quarter pounder.
He might go face here though.
Okay, so we're keeping a Archivist alive, so this game is actually just over.
He
I can tell you that right now.
Alright, so what do we do here? We have, I say Summoner. The only thing is, ooh, we get this for free. But is it worth it though?
It's probably not worth getting that for. So.
We're obviously.
I mean, we can take trades, and then play. Yeah, let's play Summoner. See what we get.
Rush minion
Nice.
or taunt would be nice.
Yeah, there's the
Ooh.
Bulge Muncher. That's a big rush. Oof.
All right, we hero power. I'm gonna hero.
The game's not gonna go that far for that, but
Shoot, man, we're in a
let's
bad.
kill everything he has. So you use your hero power to kill the 3/3. Right.
And we're definitely killing homeboy here.
I'd kill the 4/2 instead.
Oh really?
Yeah, just to have that little bit more damage off the board.
Oh, here we go. I hope it doesn't
So
go to my
regardless
face.
of what that hits, it's good.
Oh well. Yeah, it develops a 5/5. Obviously,
that's good.
I get armor and I get card draw.
The only thing that was kind of bad is if it hit your face, but it's still like you take 5 and then you gain the 5. So
God, these cards are annoying, dude. Yeah, maybe you're right killing that. Oh, okay. Well, another win. Maybe it was
easy.
a mistake trading that stupid. Yeah, I made that trade when. Oh man, we're almost. We're gonna have to let the dogs out soon, though. 7-3 though. You remember I did concede 2 games, but I was losing that one. So.
Debatable.
You're right. It was maybe.
I never concede when I can play Ultimate Infestation.
Man, I tell you, you could tell my hatred. At least I've kept a lot more PG. I haven't cussed yet, right?
It's true. Think of the children.
Oh, aggro deck. Alright, we're definitely not keeping War Mage and the Mighty Dude. We're keeping the Greedy Sprite, though.
Yep, I like it. Man, we we memed on that Paladin pretty hard last game.
Oh, yeah, but he was playing a meme deck.
Remember that? Like, it was... Because we double ramped into Stampeding Roar, into Undasta, into double free Anubis. That was so savage.
So awesome, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
This deck's a lot of fun, by the way. Oh, here we go. We should be favored here, though. We should be favored
I'd say
because
so.
it's going to be hard for him to keep up with.
Nice, and we got ramp again.
Well, in theory, I did play this deck off stream, and I direct the. Oh, was that the quest? No, it was a quest druid. Well, no, it had to been this because this is No, it was
So
wild.
yeah, you play. There were a couple games you played that I was there for with the other Druid deck, which is like an absolute auto win against Quest
Warrior.
Yeah.
Oh man, look at
Okay, nice.
that. We have no other play. Next turn, I hope we get an activator for. I love the Guard Gnome, by the way.
Yeah, it's a nice card. And deck's already got the synergies for it, so.
Well, that's not good. I don't know why he's playing that. Well, that's actually. Oh, that's a discovery. That's pretty bad. Well, he's not going to trade because he doesn't need to. Oh, that's actually really, really good. I see
I
where
like
we're at.
The
that.
land serves
Do we destroy Divine Shield? No, we take out the.
No, that's yeah.
Next turn, though, Winged Guardian's good.
Yep.
Armor made to fit.
I still don't say it's an auto win, but it's a chance.
Yeah.
The problem is.
Well, yeah. For the other Druid deck, it's an auto win. For this, it's just a very good matchup, though.
I say we take out the Divine Shield. Or wait.
I think we wait.
He can't execute it. It's a difficult minion for him to deal with. We only got a good hand, though. Oh my god. Okay, so much for an auto win.
So an interesting thing about Floop, right, is if you have a free Anubisoth defender that you play, then the Floop copies it and also becomes 0. Like it overrides the text. So sometimes that's relevant. If you just
Why
need a
is
free
this
taunt.
guy playing a meme deck? Now we're in kind of a little bit of a trouble here.
Double bolster? What?
Meme deck, but meme decks sometimes roll. Yeah, but this is good though. Unfortunately, he gets damaged, but we need the tempo. We're taking out the 8-3 with this, with our 3.
So
That's going there for sure. And
all right, so what I'm looking at is Stampeding Roar. Even if, it can hit the flute, by the way, but if like even if it hits the smaller beast, we're still just playing a free defender. Okay, that's fine.
So we had
We're taking the trade, right?
Yeah, 6. Were both these into here, or I guess?
I think so. And then the reborn creature is gonna be the full 6 attack.
Oh, okay, I'll take it.
Another little synergy for you.
I kind of preferred him, but
Oh yeah, no, definitely. But it was we still get the free defender in play.
negative defender. Well, you know, this matchup might not be as easy as I first thought, but we're going to go wide here with the Golem and the sprite's just the body, or we could do the Forest Aid.
Let's see. So, okay. Well, because of the reborn creature, I think you want your hero power, right?
Well, we don't trade, so that goes face.
Yep.
We go wide. At least we got a good board.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that idea.
And
Hero
we
power
don't
too.
really got to worry about board clears too much because Forest Aid is 2 refills in 1 card.
Yeah, a hand that baits out a brawl, which we could bait another brawl out because he doesn't know what kind of deck I am. Well, he should know I'm not a token deck, but oh well. Not the best outcome.
I mean, if he full clears your board again, you just play Tyrantus. He can't kill it.
Oh, that okay. So we're definitely gonna play Forced Aid and Cal.
Yeah, I like it.
And we'll trade obviously there.
Now we just pick up an ultimate and fill our hand with buff creatures and win the game.
Yep. And he's out of card draw, by the way.
Yep.
I was kind of concerned, but here comes Brawl number dos, which you're going to need more than that, my friend. If
got
you don't
it.
win the Brawl, this game sucks. Well, we won. Didn't matter, they're all 2-2,
There we go.
so... Here is where you lose, dude. You don't have the card draw to match my powerful... Oh, man, look at... Okay, Tyrannosaurus.
Ooh, that's Yeah.
I say him.
He's used two. Yeah, he's used 2 brawls already. Yeah, I like it.
He's like, oh shit, well, how am I gonna deal with that? Well, I know how
Dude,
to
that's
deal.
gonna go face 3 times. That's what's gonna happen.
Well, obviously,
Okay, maybe not.
ooh, that could potentially be an issue.
But now we've got double brawls used. We can go as wide on the board as we want to.
Yeah. Is he gonna go face with it? He probably is. Yeah, he has to control it. But this go wide is a counter to that hero power, by the way.
Yep, just sad that we have to trade. But
Yeah. But
so critically, it's at 9 and not 8.
that's true. But if it does hit it, he's gonna trade into it, so he still takes 12 damage.
Yep.
Don't.
Like
Get
Warpath
battery.
would be pretty good here, but
And this death 7/7 is actually really good against the zero power too.
yep. Protect
What the hell?
king.
Oh well, that's kind of bad.
Is this another bolster deck? Or no, it was already a bolster deck. That's right. Right, same game.
Well, he's starting to get a little bit of.
You know, I'm starting to get really depressed that this Tyrannus is hitting face.
We developed the 8/8, or I kind of
Yeah,
like
no,
going wide.
I think we still play the 8/8. Oh man.
Yeah, but he's out of resources though, man. Oh, now it's at 8 health, so it could potentially hit with a hero power.
Got another big guy on the board though.
If we get good RNG, this guy's
Yeah.
going.
As soon
face.
as we pick up Ultimate Infestation or Archivist, this game's just incredibly over.
Defender's not that bad, except for he get resources.
Yeah, those Discover cards aren't very good anymore now that there's no class bonus.
Oh my god, stop with the effing taunts, dude. Hit face, please. Oh, okay. Not quite the best, but... Why don't you trade, idiot? Because you need this board clear. So people don't know how to play this game. Oh, I see.
You spoke too soon, bud.
Now we're getting the point where we're going to have to go wild. Oh, Spiteful is actually pretty good.
Yep.
I am undefeated. The land serves me.
How is it that this guy has not gone face yet, dude? At least I got a board.
It's killed like 5 things though, so I guess it's doing its job too.
Oh,
Bud. Okay.
yeah, but we still
Well,
got.
you got some work done. I mean, we played him for
What?
free.
What an idiot! Why would you
Wait.
He's
Oh,
an idiot.
He's just giving up.
Well, they're gonna get that for free.
Wait, it was already free. What?
Was it?
No. You just paid 6 mana for a 3-drop.
Oh, you're freaking right, man. But I'm tired, dude. And besides, I don't think it's gonna matter in the end of it.
Oh man.
Yeah, you're right, dude. What was I thinking?
You're just like, yes, I get to play it for free. It's like,
that's what
all
happens.
the mana in the world.
Hey, but tell me, why did he execute? Why is
It looked like he just given up.
Oh, okay, good. Thank you for hitting face. Yeah, he's giving up.
Well, seems like you're dead.
Well, my misplay didn't cost me.
Yeah, I told you it's hard to lose that. you almost ran out of gas there, but it's a good matchup for you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good match. Though he did have some impressive minions, but at the end of the day.
Yeah, the double bolster turn. I was like, what's happening?
But at the end of the day, though, it is. Oh, here's the.
Yeah, we had a suboptimal turn early on, where we pulled the smallest creature, but it's still just like, yeah, a lot of stats still.
You can't see this on stream, but I'm gonna refine this. But yeah, this has always been a fun deck. Oh, did I remove the? No, there he is. The the Death Seer. I like this guy, especially with his tokeny type deck. So, not too tokeny, but this has been a fun deck of mine. It's probably I haven't really updated it for a while, but it might be decent if I. And Wild Eyes is always so GG. I love this card. Fling from Blow. I play him because he's awesome. He's one of my favorite cards. I know he's not competitive. I think I played her last expansion too, just to add it. Lynch King's shit. He's awesome. He's both.
You if you're gonna run Thrall Deathseer, you need Desert Hair in here.
Oh yeah. That's the one I haven't I haven't updated for an expansion or so. Yep. I'm gonna add these back. What expansion? Yeah. See, I didn't update it since like the last one or two expansions.
But I guess it's not a full evolve list, huh?
No, it's not.
Huh.
And I might actually the Smash has actually been pretty decent, but it was just because it was a new card and I wanted to add it and try it out. But like I said, I haven't really updated it lately. Might want to get rid of that though. They're not really impactful, are they?
Not too much.
Well, there was synergy with Blood.
Yeah, so I definitely I'd run Desert Hair if it was like more of an evolved deck, but
It's pretty cool. It was a lot of fun. And especially with all the taunts, I would just slow down my opponents and they would just run out of gas.
Yep.
But I haven't played this for a while. I don't know how. Wild seems pretty.
Wild's pretty OP.
Yeah, so like you said, honest deck. That's why I haven't updated for a while. I think it's been too much of an honest deck and not enough punishing moves. Oh, thinking of which,
that Druid deck is about as honest as a deck could be in Wild.
I know, right? But hey, it wins
To
games.
give you an idea.
See, this is my build of the Quest Druid, still with a captain, but a card that is when I first made the Quest Druid, I had Homeboy in there, and then I took him out. But look who's made it back into the Quest Druid.
Yep.
And I actually like it a lot. But this has a Highlander synergy, so I'm going to play a bunch of these games, see which is Quest Druid decent now? Or it seems pretty decent.
Yeah, I like it.
So
I've got a very different build of it though. It leans into the it's not a full Highlander list, but it's got all the Highlander cards.
Yeah, I had that in mind too.
You don't need to be a full Highlander list, really.
I kind of want to put a lease back in here, but I like these Steel Beetles, but I don't know if they're necessarily needed. I don't know. All right, so it is late, dude. I think it's time to call it. I had a busy day, so
Yeah.
you probably have to go back. Hey, we could continue.
Here's an idea of something weird you should try next time. You can play like N'Zoth Shutterwalk Shaman.
Ooh.
And your Shutterwalk repeats your N'Zoth. You can play Shadows back for a second time. Just your opponent can never clear your board.
I
was thinking about that because I saw White Eyes. I was like,
No, you're right. I like it. Maybe, we'll build that probably maybe tomorrow then.
Yeah, or even like a full out Shutterwalk Shaman is cool too.
All right. Cool. All right, guys. I'm going to call it a night. I'll be back tomorrow, most likely playing some more Hearthstone. I'm kind of excited. Probably tomorrow we'll go over some of the other news. We didn't even get a chance to cover
the new packs. Yeah, public service announcement. Nobody open pack until March 26th when that update hits.
Oh yeah, you will no longer get duplicates in Hearthstone packs. So that's gonna. I don't know how much money I've spent on this game, but it's a lot. It's gonna be like Faria. I don't know if they took a note out of Faria's book, but Faria has that for a long time now, where no duplicates.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
It's no duplicates with a slight caveat.
But
and that's that. So Faria, right? Like because you can't open a card of the same rarity, which means like they're basically like the system like checks for like what cards you still don't have, and then it rolls for rarity. But it sounds like Hearthstone's gonna still check for rarity first, but then it's gonna apply the no duplicate rule, which means that like you're not gonna get like duplicate commons and stuff. But once you have all of the commons, you can still get a common in the pack.
I see what it's doing. Okay, that's okay.
So especially in like the early to mid packs, you're not going to be getting duplicate commons and rares, which means you're going to be like filling out the commons and rares like extremely quickly.
Interesting.
And then the epics, because epics are on average 1 in 5 packs.
That'll take
and
longer.
Legendaries are 1 in 20, but the legendaries already had the no dupe rule. So this mostly so epics are kind of like the unaffected thing, right? Where like you're still not going to see that many epics, but when you do, I mean, there's still not going to be duplicates.
So what?
Basically, if there's a legendary you really want, craft it. Otherwise, craft epics.
Ah, nice.
And then you will fill out your collection faster.
Actually,
but commons and rares are going to take care of themselves.
Yeah, that's a good
system.
idea. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of dust, but at least I could get 10 packs.
Yeah, but you will if you open up a reasonable amount of packs, like a pre-orders.
I'm gonna do the 90.
You're gonna have yeah. If you do the 90, I'm pretty sure you will have every common and rare.
Here, let me show the.
No,
screen.
absolutely no duplicates.
I'm definitely getting that
until after you have all the commons.
We finally have a female shaman hero too, which is very cool.
Oh yeah, that's true. I hadn't thought about that. I've been waiting forever for like a Tauren.
Oh, for druid, I would love that.
Or Tauren druid. Druid or shaman would fit.
And I'm not sure I'm going to do this one, the other pack, because I'm thinking maybe the 90 you think will be enough to get all the cards. Potentially,
it's gonna be really close. I'm sure probably somebody on Reddit or whatever the case has probably done the math.
Yeah, I'll check. We'll have to check that off stream then.
It's like it is pretty ridiculous in old expansions when you open like 100 packs and you're just looking at you have like 20 cards of some of the commons.
Yeah, and I still have.
That's just not gonna happen anymore.
And I'll be playing more Hearthstone to build up gold. So I already got 10 packs of gold too.
It'll be pretty sweet. Those initial packs are going to be so much more efficient.
Oh, yeah. And then what happens after you get all the cards? Does it just give you dust if you open packs, or you can't get packs? You remember Faria?
Yeah, no, you're still going to get you're still going to get creatures. It's the same thing like it's rare, but like I think like Boomsday Project I actually got all of the legendaries.
Yeah, I think I got one. Yeah.
And then if you open up another legendary from that set on top of that, it's just you still get a legendary. You just the no dupe rule can't apply anymore because you have them all. You just open a random one at that point again.
Oh, cool. Anyways,
then you just dust it.
What do you think of that card back? I think it's one of the best ones.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, and I like the packs. They look pretty awesome. But we'll definitely have a unpacking, guys. I don't know how many I'll have. At least 100. So
100,000.
Not 100,000. I don't have that kind of money. Well, you wouldn't need it anyways with this new change.
Yeah, no, exactly. Open up like half the packs. But yeah, like with the big pre-order, like you'll probably have all the cards. It'll be interesting to see how it works out, right? Because you're not going to be getting duplicates. So your packs are a lot more efficient, but at the same time you won't really be getting dust because again you're not getting duplicates.
Oh yeah, they wouldn't give you free dust.
So you really only get dust now if you disenchant a card.
Very interesting.
But that's still so much more efficient because you're not dusting for a quarter of the value.
Exactly. And I can't wait for our theory crafting sessions. I definitely want to update the Quest Druid right away once we know all the cards. I already know what's going in there already. That Legendary's already got a home. But we're going to have to make room. Well, there's going to be rotation, right? So we're going to have room. But anyways, guys, I'm going to let you go. We're 8-3 with this deck. Technically, 2 of the losses were concedes. It could have potentially gone. But when I saw that Raza, I'm like, okay, I'm done. It gave me a headache just seeing that piece of crap card.
You saw red, yeah.
Yeah, bad times. And then the other priest, I was already salty, so I was like, F this. But you're right, Rev. Maybe I should just see past the hatred and the dislike and focus on the game. But it's so difficult because priest is just a... it's funny.
I know it's hard to believe, but not all priest players are criminals.
Yeah, that's true. And believe it or not, I love playing priest. I just I hate playing against it. It's one of those love-hate relationships.
Yeah. I just channel my hate in a more positive direction.
No, you do, and I'm glad you keep me kind of I don't know. You kind of lost me there for a while, I think, but luckily we calmed down.
Yeah. You gotta them up so that someone else doesn't have to deal with them, right?
Exactly.
It's like an honorable duel.
Exactly. All right, Revan guys, I will see you tomorrow. Good night.